ไม่ได้ซีนมากใส่แมสอะไรเพิ่งรู้อ่ะมาพากย์ด้วยไหมครับโอ้โหไม่คิดว่าพี่จะมาปีนี้
โอ้ยไม่มาดูเฉยๆมา
ดูใครครับ
ไม่มาดูพวกน้องที่เขาเป็นนักข่าวนะ
อ๋อเหรอสุดยอดเลย
เขาจะเขียนข่าว
คนตอนนี้ไม่มีจะกลับมา
ไม่กลับมาก็คือเราเพราะว่าหาช่องอยู่
หาได้แน่นอน
สบายดีนะครับ
ว่า
ผอมลง
เดี๋ยวผมดีขึ้น
โอเคทำงานก่อนก็ได้ไม่เป็นไรครับเดี๋ยวตอน5:58 นาทีเราจะเริ่มเตะ
ครับคุยได้หรือว่า
เดี๋ยวรอทางเวที
โอเคครับก็
สวัสดีครับต้อนรับผู้ชมท่านทุกท่านนะครับเข้าสู่รายการชมมวยไทยหน้าสนามมวยเอราชดำเนินครับวันนี้เป็นรายการศึกสิงห์มาวินครับจากโดยโปรโมเตอร์คุณทัชนนท์โคชาสุวรรณนะครับปีนี้เป็นปีที่77นาที1,5,909
then I guess we can start after that. I think that'd be the best way to do it afterwards.
วันนี้จัดมวยได้รับชมทั้งหมด8คู่ครับคู่เอกของรายการในการแข่งระหว่างจอพลันชัยพบกับรุ่งแสงตะวันสองพาราแต่มีการชิงแชมป์มวยรอบการแข่งขันไฟครับในการแข่งระหว่างชิงใต้พบกับเอ็มโพไลส์ครับโดยเริ่มคู่แรกเนี่ยในการแข่งระหว่างแสนเอกกับทรัพย์สินทรก่อนคุณก็คือเต็มใจของคุณ
At first I didn't know because he said my name
ด้วยสิงห์โชครุ่งเรืองในแพทย์วิสุทธิ์
What you doing now
ผู้ที่3นะครับระหว่างสังคมมุมฟ้ากับสายวิทยพงศ์นะครับผู้ที่4นะครับระหว่างสิงห์มาวินกับกล้องโบว์สิงห์ติด9 ล้านสิงห์มาวินพบกับปังปอนที่เรา
organizing matchmaking.
ผู้ที่6นะครับระหว่างวันโชค
Last show was last Sunday.
วิกฤตเดโช
Currently over channel now. I'm pretty sure he's in the
คู่
house
เอกครับจอมพลันชัยพบกับรุ่งแสงตะวันสองพารา
I feel bad
ไฮ
man
ไลท์นะครับการชิงแชมป์มวยรอบการ
I mean aside from Thai fight came first but Max really pushed that format out there like they were the ones that made it popular and all the other shows started coming up because of them just the economy and Pate out because of that
Max came to the super time came to
yeah all the gyms that were able to survive because of Max
That's basically it. What do you usually do? Do you usually Bad man. Yeah. ใส่ตลอด So keep it on. มีไม่ได้หรอ
What do you say about lifestyle stuff?
Lifestyle. What?
Sorry, said something about lifestyle stuff.
I know, but I forgot what was the topic again. I talked too much. When did they put my name as Kevin Young? Are they going to put that in the thing?
I'm not sure.
It'd be nice to ask me.
Cool to have my name on Channel 7. That was like definitely a highlight of my life.
But now it's on. I know what your biggest highlight is. You being introduced to Udon, was it?
Pratt.
You and the big screen.
Yeah. That was cool. But it was hassle though. Because I did it by myself. And then I found out later that I did the whole thing and it wasn't even streamed anywhere in English.
Really?
So I did about 16, 17 fights for basically for nothing.
You got paid, didn't you?
Yeah, I got paid. I got a free trip, but still.
Yeah, you got paid.
It was at first I was.
Yeah, it was English somewhere. One of the shows.
That's the one I did.
I'll send you the link
Yeah,
in the Facebook. You have already?
yeah, because the Instagram stopped working, am I correct?
I don't know if you can post or not.
No, not Instagram. The YouTube stopped working, right?
We have the YouTube channel.
Stand up please
สวัสดีครับพี่น้องแฟนมวยครับขอต้อนรับคุณผู้ชมทุกท่านนะครับเข้าสู่การถ่ายทอดสดศึกสิงห์มาวินจากสนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินนะครับวันนี้เราถ่ายทอดสดทางเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv และก็ทาง Facebook Live ของมวยสด .com แล้วก็ YouTube Channel ของมวยสดนะครับวันนี้มีการแข่งขันรอบชิงชนะเลิศมวยรอบครั้งหนึ่งไฟบายสิงห์มาวินด้วยนะครับชิงเงินรางวัล300,000 บาทวันนี้จะได้ทราบแล้วนะครับหลังจากที่แข่งขันกันมาอย่างยาวนานครับวันนี้จะทราบนะครับว่าชุยใต้หรือว่าเอ็มพาราไดซ์ใครจะคว้าเงินรางวัล300,000 บาทแล้วก็จะมีผู้ดูเดือดด้วยนะครับจะได้รับเงินรางวัล30,000 บาทครับ2ช่วงนะครับช่วงแรกก็จะเป็นมวยไทย5 ยกเต็มรูปแบบนะครับชก3 นาทีพัก2 นาทีตามกติกาของพรบมวยกีฬานะครับปี2542นะครับ7 คู่ด้วยกันครับก็จะเปิดหัวด้วยแสนเก่งทรัพย์สินพรมงคลครับจะเจอกับเด่นเมืองจันทร์ป.มงคลอินตามด้วยสิริช่อง2 มม.ครับเจอกับรุ่งเรืองเล็กนายแพทย์วีรชนครับและมีเสาทรัพย์สมบูรณ์ฟาร์มหรือว่าเสาเพชรเกษมคนเดียวกันนะครับจะพบกับรุ่งเรืองเจอกับขุนซ้ายสิทธินายกทวีปประพงศ์คาราเพชรสิงห์มาวินหรือว่าห้างทองเมรดาครับจะพบกับก้องทบวสุขสันต์เพชร9 ล้านสิงห์มาวินหรือว่าเจ้ายอดเพชรส.สปาร์คยินคนเดียวกันนี่แหละครับจะเจอกับบางปอนหมูปิ้งอร่อยจุงเบยตามด้วยวันมีโชคสิทธินายกทวีปประพงศ์นะครับแชมป์มวยรอบคุณเสือคัมแบ็กกลับมาแล้วนะครับจะเจอกับนักชกฟอร์มสดเดโชปบริรักษ์และผู้เอกของรายการนะครับในรูปแบบ5 ยกจะเป็นการพบกันระหว่างจอมพลังชัยหรือว่าจอมมักโจ้โคราชจะพบกับรุ่งแสงตะวันส.คาราที่สดกับเก๋าเจอกันครับแล้วก็ตามด้วยคู่ที่8นะครับก็คือมวยรอบการครั้ง1ไฟบายสิงห์มาวินครับวันนี้เราจะได้ทราบกันแล้วนะครับว่าใครจะคว้าเงินรางวัล300,000 บาทและที่สำคัญนะครับผู้ที่ได้แชมป์นะครับจะมอบเงิน100,000 บาทรวมกับทางด้านของโปรโมเตอร์เสียหนึ่งสิงห์มาวินสมทบเพิ่มเติมอีก200,000 บาทนะครับรวมเป็น300,000 บาทจะมอบให้กับโครงการการกุศลเกี่ยวกับวงการมวยของเรานะครับก็ถือว่าเป็นมวยรายการการกุศลนะครับที่วันนี้มาถึงรอบชิงชนะเลิศแล้วมีการเช็คฟิตมาเรียบร้อยแล้วด้วยนะครับทั้งชุยใต้และก็เอ็มพาราไดซ์ซึ่งถือว่าเป็นเต็ง1 เต็ง 2นะครับก็จะขาดเข้ามาชิงชนะเลิศกันนะครับวันนี้เราจะได้ทราบ FC รอติดตามได้เลยครับทางเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv และหลายคนถามเข้ามานะครับว่าเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv สามารถรับชมได้อย่างไรนะครับผมขอเรียนแจ้งอีกครั้งหนึ่งแล้วกันนะครับว่าเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv นะครับเพียงเข้าพิมพ์คำว่า www.r2b.tv นะครับแล้วก็สมัครเข้าไปรอรับรหัส OTP ทางโทรศัพท์ของท่านทาง SKS นะครับแล้วก็สามารถกลับไปกรอกรหัส OTP แล้วก็สามารถรับชมฟรีกันต่อการแข่งขันได้เลยครับวันนี้8 คู่ดูเต็มอิ่มนะครับโดยเสียหนึ่งพัชรพจน์ชาสุวรรณเป็นปีที่77นะครับและเป็นนัดที่ 15,909 ที่สนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินจัดการแข่งขันมวยมาครับและเพื่อไม่เป็นการเสียเวลานะครับคู่แรกเรียนเชิญทั้ง2 คนบนเวทีเลยนะครับต้องขอบคุณในด้านของผู้สนับสนุนด้วยนะครับ SKS MuayThai ครับอุปกรณ์มวยไทยมาตรฐานระดับโลกครับเราจะเปิดหัวรายการนะครับแล้วก็จะดูกันยาวๆนะครับจนกว่ามวยไทย5 ยกเต็มรูปแบบ7 คู่จะจบไปนะครับแล้วก็จะขึ้นมาบนเวทีอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะครับเพื่อแนะนำผู้ชิงชนะเลิศมวยรอบการครั้ง1ไฟบายสิงห์มาวินนะครับแฟนมวยนับจากนี้ไปนะครับประมาณสัก 4-5 ชั่วโมงจากนี้ไปไม่ควรพลาดที่จะติดตามนะครับทางเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv นะครับต้องขอบคุณโปรโมเตอร์เป็นอย่างสูงครับคุณพัชรพจน์ชาสุวรรณหรือว่าเสียหนึ่งสิงห์มาวินครับวันนี้ก็จัดมวยรายการดีๆให้แฟนมวยได้ชมกันฟรีทั่วโลกนะครับผ่านเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv ครับคู่แรกในการถ่ายทอดสดวันนี้นะครับทางเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv นะครับนักชกมุมแดงนะครับพิกัดน้ำหนัก100 ปอนด์นะครับผู้ชกจะลดไป1.2ครับแสนเก่งทรัพย์สินพรมงคลนักชกมุมเงินครับเด่นเมืองจันทร์ป.มงคลมงคลินกรรมการชัยยุทธธรรมเรศกรรมการผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีครับแล้วก็ให้คะแนน3 ท่านมีศาสตราสุภาสายปรีชาสาวิกัลและชุมพลอินตยศมอบหน้าที่การแข่งขันอันตื่นเต้นสนุกเร้าใจให้กับน้องๆทั้ง2 คนบนเวทีครับ
So welcome to another Singhamawynn show sponsored by SKS Empire. We are coming to you live from Rajadamnern Stadium in the heart of Bangkok. I'm one of your commentators for tonight, John Walcott, and joined with me tonight, Kevin Amlid.
That is right. And here we go, starting off with a 100-pound matchup between 2 Thai fighters, of course. Introducing first the fighter fighting out of the red corner. He goes by the name of Sangeng, then Petsi Tong. Of course, in his last few fights, Sangeng has had a victory against Tap Tim Dang, Saw Pongomon, and he's had a points victory against Yok Pet, Sit Puyai. Kamla. Sandeng, of course, or Sandeng, excuse me, is from Korat and fights in the FIMU style, or the technical style, for those who are wondering what I just said. Some people don't know that saying. And now moving on to the fighter in the blue corner, he goes by the name of Den Mung Jan, Ba Mongkon In. He's a knee fighter fighting out of Chanthaburi province. In his last 2 fights, he's had a points loss against Q Longlien Gila Lampang, and he's had a points victory against Q Longlien Gila Lampang. So we could also talk about the weights for this matchup this morning. Sandeng initially weighed in at 100.6 pounds, so he had to lose 0.6 pounds, which isn't too much. As for Den Mung Jan, weighed in at 100.4 pounds, lost 0.4 pounds. So of course in the red corner it's Sandeng, and in the blue corner is Den Mung Jan.
Den Mung Jan, you see during that stare down there, had quite the height advantage. So it's going to be interesting to see how he uses that to his benefit here in the opening fight of our show.
Of course, let's not forget where we are right now, Rajadamnern Stadium. Of course, finished building in December 1945. It would have been finished a little bit earlier, but because of a certain war.
Always the historian you are.
Well, I had to take a little bit of time on that. And the roof, of course, of the stadium wasn't a roof before, so you could imagine wasn't quite the stadium to go to when it came to the rainy season. But the roof was built in the 50s. And now here we are today with the first bout of the evening here in the Singhamawynn show. Of course, Sandeng, as I mentioned earlier, is a FIMU fighter, which means he's a technical fighter. He likes to, technical fighters is the best way to put it. They're okay with moving back, their kicks are accurate, and they just got a high IQ when fighting in the ring. Yeah,
they try to be more offensive, but in a smarter way. They don't like to take a lot of damage, so you see a lot of evasions, a lot of counterattacks from Sandeng.
And you can imagine a lot of teams will come in as well, try to take his opponent or keep his opponent away from him. And you see the fighter in the blue corner, he's a knee fighter, and it just shows by his size, doesn't it?
Usually in Thailand, if a tall fighter shows up at the gym, they're going to put him into that kind of training routine, become a strong clincher, a strong kneer, just because of their body type.
Or just a lot of the times, these knee fighters, they tend to just become knee fighters because they have so much success at it in fights, due to their heights as well, of course.
But then you get those anomalies, like somebody like Yodwicha, who started off as that clinch knee fighter, but started to develop his boxing, became more well known for his hands over the years.
Absolutely, and PTC is another example. It does happen that fighters do change their styles. But early on, the fans here as well, they're expecting the way that these two are going to fight. They're going to fight how they're known to fight, and the judges will be looking for that as well.
Yeah, and the clinch, in the judges' eyes, always one of the more favorite techniques when they're scoring the fights.
Mainly the knees that go straight down the middle, and that's exactly what Sandeng tonight is going to try to avoid. Sandeng in the red corner, of course. And let's talk about the earlier rounds here in Muay Thai. Especially in 5 rounds, they don't tend to go in for the kill right away. They take their time to look at their opponents, see any flaws. And of course, one of the big particular reasons, you don't want to tire yourself out until the 3rd or 4th rounds.
Yeah, Muay Thai always known commonly as more of like a marathon than a sprint. So the fighter's going to take their time in the beginning and then really turn it up in the 4th round.
And people can't forget as well, Muay Thai is not scored round by round. It's scored as a whole. So that's another thing to take into consideration when you watch these fights. A lot of Westerners have problems with that, don't they?
Yeah, it's a very different combat sport as compared to combat sports in the West, where fighters start right from that 1st round. They're very aggressive. They try to go for the knockout, try to make it very exciting. But here it's more like a chess match, like you said. The fight is going to unfold over those 5 rounds.
But then still the judges' scorecard, they do score it. It does look like it's scored round by round. For example, if things are going the way it is right now, on the judges' scorecard, you tend to see 10-10 for round number 1. And the same in round number 2, more of the same, 10-10. Fair to say that rounds 3s and 4s, they're the money rounds.
Yeah, and that's where you see the fighters really turn up. But we saw glimpses of Den Mung Jan in the clinch there, looking dangerous with those elbows.
Oh, you can imagine in round 3s and 4, they will start coming, and that's the end of the 1st round. And of course, just as we said, nothing really to separate the 2 fighters right now.
Yeah, not showing much, especially Sandeng. If I had to give the edge to anybody at this point, obviously it's very early to say anything, but then Muaythai, he just looked a little bit more telling what he was going to open up and start doing in the later rounds, using those elbows and the knees.
Yeah, he wants to keep the fight close.
You got to imagine he's going to turn into an octopus.
Oh, absolutely.
About the third round.
Is that a shout out to Johnny Betts out there?
One of the better Western clinchers in Thailand, you got to say.
Absolutely.
Might have the highest stitch count for Westerners in Thailand as well.
We actually talked to him about that the other day, and they just seem to open up, even just when he's just sparring or clinching. Poor fella.
See some of the action from that opening round. And again, not much happening just yet. Both fighters still going through that feeling out process. And when they throw techniques this early, they're really trying to get a feel of what their opponent's going to do, so they could register that for later on. But towards the end of that round, we did see blue corner get into the clinch, look very strong with that positioning with his hands. So you got to expect a lot more of that to come. But Sandang also looking very calm and composed in the corner, taking some final instructions from his cornerman.
I think it's fair to say with the blue corner as well, then Muaythai. Both of them very young, but very confident.
Yeah, the fighters here started at a very young age, sometimes 7, 8 years old. So already at this point, they have a wealth of experience.
And don't forget where they are. They're literally at the best stadium in Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get here because you're a slouch.
No, there's no way. You've got to be someone good, or at least you had to beat everyone in the provinces in order to get here.
Yeah.
Here we go, the clock's counting down, and the second round starting soon. And sometimes in a lot of matches, we start seeing the action in the second round as opposed to the money rounds, the third and the fourth. Sandgang, of course, in the blue, or Sandgang, of course, in the red, excuse me, and in the blue, then Muaythai.
Yeah, then Muaythai looking a lot more focused this round, looking like he wants to try to attack from the outside. You see him using that push kick, not the politest technique to use to the face of your opponent in Thailand, but all is fair inside the ring.
Now, speaking of the push kicks, I remember seeing one video in the past. It's not like how it was Muay Thai. In the past, you push kick someone in the face, they will really take offense to it. And these days you see it happen quite often. I mean, I remember even here at Rajadamnern Stadium, I know one took a push kick to the face. He looked at his opponent and said, "What are you doing?" And then the opponent just sort of apologized in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, the foot being one of the lowest and considered dirtiest parts of the body here in Thailand. So not polite to point your feet at anybody generally in everyday life.
Of course, the referee here wants more action, and I have to agree with him right now. I mean, you're in the second round. You've got to get it going. You've seen, well, we haven't seen so much action so far. Good kicks there, though, from the blue corner.
And that's also something that you've seen a lot more of in recent years here at the main stadiums in Thailand, is that the referees, they're going to get in there and they're going to encourage the fighters to pick up the pace.
More so in this new era here where social media and Muay Thai and social media and live events have become a thing. And a beautiful takedown there from the fighter in the red corner, Sandgang.
Yeah, seeing some of that Muay femur work. Not a lot of power in that technique. It's all about that finesse. Using your opponent's body weight against himself. And that's what Sandgang did there.
Well, when you start using your strength for those techniques, you start getting very tired.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you want to do. Beautiful kick there to the ribs by the fighter in the blue corner. And those are the sort of kicks that score.
Yeah, smart tactics from Den Muaythai. He wants to keep his opponent on the outside.
And for those out there who are wondering, kicks to the arms don't count as a block.
No. As we've seen many times, fighters get their arms broken because they try to block with that forearm or the bicep.
No, in Muay Thai especially, it just doesn't count as a block. I'm not sure where this thinking has come from, but it definitely counts as a scoring technique when you kick someone on the arms.
Just coming to a bit of a stalemate there inside the clinch. Drawing a smile from Den Muaythai though. Looks confident on the inside.
Oh, did that leg kick hurt him just now? Looked like Den Muaythai stumbled a little bit when he received that leg kick, and now he's just trying to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, Sandang's corner is telling him to keep attacking that leg. He's got the big target in front of him. He might as well.
Beautiful sweeping technique again from the red corner, Sandgang.
And you see Sandgang do that technique just as Den Muaythai lifted that leg. He didn't have a lot of balance underneath him, so timed it perfectly. He was able to sweep his opponent down.
Well, it's obviously not his first time fighting a clinch and knee fighter, that's for sure. There we go. That was the end of the second round. Not so much buzz from the fans just yet. I mean, in Muay Thai matches, you tend to know the match is really starting once the fans, well, in the second floor or the second section there, to your right on the screens, when they start cheering, when they start getting their fingers up.
All adds to the ambiance,
absolutely,
the atmosphere at the stadium. So far, very entertaining bout. And you'll be surprised, for the first-time viewers of Muay Thai, you tend to tune into a fight sometimes. I remember this happened to me when I was younger and I was just getting into the sport. I would watch the first 2 rounds and I would think that somebody was playing a trick on me because nobody was doing anything. And then all of a sudden, that 3rd round, the 4th round, the fighters really exploded and everything changed. Everything changed. And that's what you're going to see, if not this 3rd round, the 4th round for sure.
And let's not forget some of the matches we have tonight in the main event. Jom Pranchai, or now he's known as Jom Bakjo Khorat. He's going to take on Rung Sang Tawan Saw Parat. And before that, so the co-main event, Wan Mishok Sitnayot Bitapong, or formerly known as Wan Mishok Sakbuliram, the former Tiger Cement Tournament champion, the 15th Tiger Cement Tournament champion. Now we're at 21, for those who are wondering. He's going to take on Bang Bon Luk Mahathat, or Bang Bon Muping Aloy Jung Boy, as he was recently called once upon a time, anyways. And let's not forget about our special fight coming on later tonight. I mean, this is going to shock a lot of viewers, but there was a tournament set up a few months ago, and it was a tournament for former gangsters and former inmates. So they'll be fighting, and the finals is tonight, and that's between MuayThai and M Paradise, and that's not their real names for anyone who's wondering. And that's for a cash prize of 300,000 baht. So that would be great.
Life-changing prize here in Thailand.
Here we go, 3rd round.
Solid body kick from Den Mung Jan to start things off. Oh! Sharp elbow work as well.
Beautiful knees down the middle, and that's the knees that score the most. And I don't know what I'm seeing here, but it's actually Sandgang who's initiating the clinch.
You saw him drive that knee himself right down the middle.
A beautiful evasion there from the fighter in the red corner, who's going for those leg kicks that hurt Den Mung Jan in the second round. And you can tell those leg kicks are bothering Den Mung Jan right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of meat there on that thigh to protect those kicks.
Absolutely not. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but if you sit at the back of the stadium, you could definitely hear the snap in those leg kicks.
Yeah, but beautiful body kick back from the blue corner. Walked into an elbow, but man, those body kicks really coming in now from Den Mung Jan. And this is what we talked about before. For everything that they lacked in that 1st and 2nd round, they make up for it now in this 3rd and 4th round.
The 3rd round started with a bang, that's fair to say. Not sure if Den Mung Jan could take it on a leg kick or if Sandgang wants to throw them, because leg kicks, they don't really score too much unless they're really hurting their opponents.
Yeah, but you can see that thigh is very welted right now.
That could possibly slow down his movement throughout the fight, but does it really matter for a clinch and knee fighter?
Good defense, though, from Sandang inside that clinch. And surprisingly, the shorter fighter, he's the first to get the elbows off. He's got to reach a lot higher, but he's making it happen.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job.
He's cut, though. Sandgang is cut.
Losing his balance there. That also might be a sign of tiredness. Beautiful knee down the middle once again from Den Mung Jan. Forcing Sandgang on the back foot.
Yeah, pawing away at that cut as well. Not too much blood coming down, but he knows he's hurt, or he knows he's damaged.
Beautiful kick. Straight on the ribs again from the fighter in the blue corner. And he initiates the clinch once again, and why not? He's having a lot of success in there.
Oh! Always beneficial as well to score that last knee in the clinch. Just shows a little bit of dominance.
This shows that eagerness, the drive, in order to get that weapon in.
Yeah, good defense, putting that shin across the waist, making it very difficult for Den Mung Jan to attack. But being the taller fighter, it's very easy for him to step into those knees as he's marching in.
And the referee having a hard time taking both fighters up.
Just getting a little bit of a warning there to Sandgang. Oh! Knee to the sternum that time, but good solid body kick back from Sandgang.
Sandgang now on the back foot once again, and Den Mung Jan having an absolutely good time on the inside right now, chasing his opponent down.
Still got 10 seconds left in our 3rd round. Scheduled for 5 this one.
And there we go. Sandgang landing on top, and that's going to show a little bit of dominance and favor from the judges, and that's the end of the 3rd round.
And going back to that fall as well, if you can land on top of your opponent when you both go down, just shows, like you said, that dominance. But not only that, he's able to put that body weight on top of Den Muang-jan as well, which is going to zap a little bit of that energy each time. Sometimes fighters, they use these little sneaky tactics, putting the knee on the chest or knee on the belly.
And why not? I mean,
yeah.
And also the older they get, the more experience they get, the more they do it.
Yeah. You got to have every advantage, right? As long as it's allowed in the rule books.
Because a lot of these fighters, who fight, especially at Rajadamnern Stadium, they've already had over 50 fights. And they're going to learn every trick possible. And the best fighters seem to be the fighters who you could predict less.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's talk about a fighter like Super Leg. Whenever I watch him fight, he seems to know, 2 steps before what his opponent's going to do next. And that's what makes him a brilliant fighter. First of all, he knows how to counter them, and he knows how to be as unpredictable as it gets.
Yeah, and that goes back to that Muay femur style that you're talking about.
See some of the action from that last round there. Some beautiful sweeps there from the fighter in the red corner, but he also gets a right hand in as well. Very persistent with those takedowns and landing on top. But losing balance there in the middle of that third round. But you gotta love the straight knees coming in from Den Muang-jan.
Yeah, and there's that jumping knee to the sternum. Sandgang definitely felt that one. Unable to get the takedown that time, the sweep there. He had success earlier in the round. There goes there, but he really had to work for it that time. And like you said, you mentioned that he started to look a little bit tired, so you got to wonder if he's facing some fatigue here.
And of course, usually when a fighter might get fatigued, when they might seem like they're losing, some of the people in the fans, or some of the fans out there, tend to let's call it an injection.
A little motivation.
Yeah, say if you're gonna win, if you want to win the fight, maybe there's a big bonus for you waiting. Just maybe. Here we go, coming to the 4th round. Once again, some more persistent walking from Den Muang-jan, the fighter from Jantaburi.
Yeah, you got to imagine this is going to be the round that he spends a lot of time inside the clinch, but Sandgang, he's got that tight lock. Again, he's showing dominance in the clinch. And being the taller fighter, Den Muang-jan, he's going to have very hard time posturing back up once he gets the head pulled down.
You can tell, you can imagine his coach just told him, you've got to work a lot harder in that last round because you're not going to beat him by being smart. There's no way. You've got to beat him by your size. Elbow.
Knee for elbow that time.
Elbow almost sneaking in there from the Fimu fight in the red corner.
Yeah, and that's that experience. He knows he's going to throw the knee. He knows that's a counter as the elbow. It's all about those milliseconds inside the ring.
Kick there from the fighter in the red corner. He doubles it up, triples it up, makes it 4.
Oh!
And a beautiful knee just to top it off. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful there from Sandgang.
He's hurt. The elbow hurt him. Oh!
How is he still standing? He's showing some tremendous fight. My goodness. And the referee's going to have to start counting here.
Yeah, he's going to step in.
There we go. The referee calls the fight off, and that is a TKO victory in the 4th round for Sandgang Netpetsitong.
Yeah, good call from the referee. No point letting him take any more damage. He was not really defending himself. Over almost 24 shots there coming in from Sandgang. Knees, elbows.
That's just why you love Rajadamnern Stadium Muay Thai. You get to see action just like this.
Yeah, what a way to open up the show.
Of course, if you compare it to the 3 rounds Muay Thai contest, it's extremely different, isn't it? I mean, in the 3 round, you don't see as much IQ or much thought going into the match, to be honest.
Yeah, you're forced to fight a lot quicker in those 3-round formats. So like you said, you don't really get to see the fighters settle in and lay out their strategy, but that's exactly what we've seen Sandgang do. And there's that beautiful elbow to start off everything. It looked like he stunned him with that.
I didn't think it actually connected, but watching the replay again, that connected fully.
And that's where you could see Den Muang-jan, he's almost turned his back, which is not a good sign inside the Muay Thai ring. The judges and referees are going to be paying very close attention to that.
And he beat the D fighter with knees.
Very impressive.
And a beautiful stoppage there by the referee. Had to be done.
Referees in Thailand, some of the best in the world. So they know when a fighter can continue and when a fighter cannot continue. So it was only a matter of time before he stepped in and waved it off. And the fighters here, they fight on average about once a month, so no point of letting them take any more serious damage.
Yeah, I think the rules in Thailand anyways is every 21 days, unless you get knocked out, so.
Yeah.
Den Mung Jan, he won't be able to fight for another 30 days. That's the rules in Thailand. That's how they work. And of course, they're looking after the fighter's safety.
So don't forget, tonight's show is brought to you by SKS Empire. For all your Muay Thai equipment gear, be sure to check them out on all the social media channels, SKS Empire.
Here's a fun fact. SKS. What does it stand for?
Sport Combat Strategy.
Nah, Sing Long Si. But I love the effort there. Sing Long Si, of course, was a gym in, or still is a gym. I'm not sure if they're still running. In Lopburi, Thailand. Of course, here we are coming into the second bout of the evening. Both fighters fighting at 127 pounds. Without further ado, let's get to the introductions for the first fighter in the red corner. Sirit Chok saw Pongabon. In his last two fights, he's had a points victory against Thanadon Namdungmi 77 or Namdungmi 77, and he's had a TKO loss in the third round against Phet Phalahat Nayok Tuitapong. Of course, Sirit Chok, he's from Khon Kaen, and he's known to be a brawler, so that's going to be exciting to see. Introducing now the fighter fighting in the blue corner, Rung Lung Lek Bangkok Alayon, or for those who remember, Lung Lung Lek, Nai Pat Widachon, fighter from Ubon, or yeah, fighter from Ubon. So now, his last two fights, he's had a points loss against Phet Phalahat Sinayo Tabitapong and a points loss against Kempet So Pongabon. No, he's definitely from Ubon. Just had to check there. Well, it says here on the notes that Lung Lung Lek, or sorry, that Sirit Chok, that he's the brawler here, and he's a taller fighter too. Could imagine the same can be said about the fighter in the blue corner. Not as tall, but very built.
Kind of got those broad shoulders that punchers are known for.
And when you see a body type like that, the first thing you just think about is that he's going to be a fighter who loves his hands.
Yeah.
And loves his lethal leg kicks. Sorry to quote the MuayThai. Jim, heavy hands and lethal low kicks.
I'm sure they're not sorry.
No, I definitely don't think so either.
I'm sure Abigail appreciates it very much.
Absolutely. And of course, the first thing we can see in the ring right now is the height difference between the two fighters. Sirit Chok, of course, in the red, and Lung Lung Lek in the blue. Of course, if you've missed the previous fight just now, San Geng Dej Pesi Tong winning by TKO in the fourth round against Den Mung Jan for Mongkon In.
Yeah, setting the bar extremely high for the rest of the show. Always tough to follow up a fight like that, especially if you're a fighter watching from the sidelines.
And already going for a flying knee there, Lung Lung Lek. Showing a little bit of showmanship early on. Or excuse me, that was Sirit Chok.
And that's another beautiful thing about Muay Thai, is that you have so many different styles that the fighters tend to use inside the ring. So you'll see somebody that has that Muay femur style. You'll see a more aggressive fighter like Sirit Chok.
Lung Lung Lek already clinching up his opponent in the first round. I mean, they've already started more aggressive than the first match here. Or than what we're used to seeing in a 5-round bout. Nice kick there from Sirit Chok.
Yeah, just trying to test the defense of his opponent. Rung Lung Lek. Good little pawing jab though from the blue corner.
Not sure what to call that. Was that a leg sweep or was that a leg kick?
See, seconds ago, Sirit Chok looking up at the big screen, admiring some of his work there. It always shows how composed a fighter can be when they can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes you get the new fighters where they enter the ring and they're so nervous, they tend to have that tunnel vision. But if you could be that relaxed like Sirit Chok is now, says a lot about your experience level.
Speaking of the fighters being relaxed, a lot of people when they come to the stadiums for the first time and they go to the back room and then start seeing the fighters, they're often surprised to see how calm many of the young fighters are.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's pacing around, nobody's hitting pads, everything is very relaxed.
No one's overthinking. And that's not a thing here in Thailand, is it? To hit pads before a match.
Yeah, usually you see them just, they might do a little like shadow boxing. Obviously the pre-fight massage, very important to warm up the fighter's body as opposed to the pad work. Sometimes back in the States, I remember seeing some coaches put their fighters through about 5-6 rounds of pads in the back room before they even went out to the fight. So very different mindset.
I'm not sure how that works, to be honest. I think you get a little bit more tired.
Yeah.
For me, anyways, but I get tired either way.
I get tired just watching it, so.
A beautiful elbow there snuck in by Sirichok, Salpongomon.
So coming down to our 10-second mark here in our second fight on tonight's show. Oh, nice, beautiful jumping knee. Just timed that.
And that's the second time he's gone for that now, Sirichok.
Yeah. Oh! He's got to be very careful with those high kicks as well.
Well, we speak about the high kicks, but the low kick just now from Sirichok, or from Lung Lung Lek, seems to have hurt Sirichok. And you know, sometimes when the fighters make those gestures, just say, I'm not hurt.
Usually means it hurt.
Yeah. Let's be honest. If you weren't hurt, you would have said anything.
But as far as that jumping knee, I know Rung Rung Lek, you got to be careful with that left hook. Sirichok timed that last jumping knee perfectly. Almost caught him right on the chin.
It's not often we see that in a Muay Thai match, but he's already gone for it twice in the second round.
Yeah.
Oh, the first round, excuse me.
Muay Thai fighters, traditionally in Muay Thai, tend to be a little bit more conservative with jumping techniques, spinning techniques. You're not going to see it that often. Even something for as simple as an uppercut, you don't see that often in Muay Thai. And when a fighter could really use that to their advantage, it really is something special.
Yeah, I mean, a fighter that we see often knock out people with that sort of thing is Jiao Se Yai Sao De Japan. Absolutely beautiful technique, so we know it definitely works here. But it's nice to see some gyms have a more liberal approach. And there you can see fighters warming up backstage.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're not hitting pads right now, because it would have made me look very bad.
But you got it right with the shadow boxing.
Yeah. But again, there's that composure. You know, everybody's very calm, laid back, not very animated.
With their family, their friends,
that's
their
kind
trainers.
of the way everything works here in Thailand, even outside of Muay Thai. You know, it's a very relaxed culture. If anybody has spent any amount of time here, they know that.
And during that last shot backstage, I'm not sure if you saw it, but that's where the fighters weigh in the morning. There we go, that beautiful flying knee there from Sirichok. Gotta say, his style, it's mesmerizing to watch even early on in the fight. Lung Lung Lek, though, as we said, could possibly come with a lot of low kicks, and he's done exactly just that. There's that flying knee again, just missing. And here we go, coming into the second round of our second round of the evening. And a nice kick to start things off here, the second round for Sirichok Salpongomon.
Oh! Trying for the elbow, but walked into a nice boxing combination there from Rung Lung Lek.
Almost caught a knee there, Lung Lung Lek, on his way down.
So accurate with the boxing so far. It's just going to be very interesting to see how this plays out if you can catch Sirichok on the way in with that left hook.
You know what many people often forget when they see, big Muay Thai stars who fight abroad, such as Bo Kao, Yotsang Klai, you name it, Sanchai. They forget they start off at the stadiums here. And it's very high level. I mean, a lot will say that it could be a lot harder fighting over here. It's a beautiful low kick there from the fighter in the red corner.
Rung Rung Lek just choosing to hang back, fighting off the ropes.
And just as we said, he doesn't need to start fighting now. The fight is scored as a whole. But nonetheless, a beautiful low kick thrown again, and Sirichok really reacting to that. May not be a good sign. Trying to go for a sweep again, the fight in the blue corner, but good balance from Sirichok. And the elbow just blocked there from the fight in the blue corner.
Yeah, just jockeying for position. You see Rung Rung Lek trying to get that dominant position there inside the clinch, the hands on the crown of the forehead. The fighters here in Thailand, they sometimes spend up to an hour, even more, at some gyms, just practicing the clinch.
Oh yeah,
Become very proficient at it. It's almost an art within an art.
You know, a lot of people have asked me, how do you become better in the clinch? You know, I mean, I've learned these techniques, but I could never really use them. It's like, the fact is, you just have to keep practicing it.
Yeah, you got to stay in Thailand for a long time.
And you don't know when you've gotten better. You just sort of progressively get better. I mean, as long as you practice it on a daily basis. Beautiful sweep there from the fighter in the blue corner. Once again, Rungulek. Rungulek looking the more composed of the two fighters. That's another thing to mention, that the judges here in Thailand usually prefer the fighter that looks composed. Look like they're never in any sort of trouble.
Yeah, and it doesn't work the same way as something like Western boxing would work, where if a fighter is against the ropes, traditionally we would think they look, they're in trouble. But as we see here with Rungulek, he's able to fight off the back ropes. He feels comfortable there. He's countering well. He's landing the punches. He's able to sweep his opponent.
And his defense is just on point.
Yeah.
Throughout this round, he's been blocking elbows. He's blocking kicks. Sirichok struggling to get on the inside and gets taken down once again. If Sirichok wasn't worried early on in the fight, she's not worrying now. Who's coming up next is the third round. Of course, that's where all the action happens.
Yeah, you got to say Sirichok is probably going to come out and open up with those hands. Probably the body kicks as well. He showed some glimpses of those powerful body kicks in the first round.
Let's not forget, Rungulek, he's coming to this match with, well, his 2 losses in a row. But not fighting like it. I mean, absolutely composed.
See him just massaging that lead leg there on Rungulek. Use the ice water, cool down the fighters in between rounds.
And of course, for this, everyone wondering, here we are at Rajadamnern Stadium. Looks absolutely beautiful. And here we go, some more views backstage of the next fight. Sao Sapsamud Farm going to take on Kunsai, Sydney Otapitpong.
Again, both fighters very close to each other, even in the back there. They're not usually separated. At certain places, sometimes you even see the fighters getting ready, getting their hands wrapped in the same room.
Happens quite a lot. In fact, here.
Yeah.
It happens right here at Rajadamnern Stadium, and there's not that same vibe that you usually get elsewhere, so to speak.
At the end of the day, all business.
People tend to forget that you need your opponent in order to have a living here, so why go along and disrespect them?
See some of those powerful low kicks from Rungulek. Trying to work the elbow as well, was just a little bit out of range. And good defense from Sirichok. But this one guaranteed to explode here in this third round coming up. Here we go.
Now they've already fought with a lot of eagerness and fought very aggressively in the second round, and usually they up it up in the third round, and I think we'll see it here.
Yeah, you can already see Sirichok definitely coming to life inside the clinch. Better defense.
Once again, the taller fighter going in for the clinch now.
They have a good strong lock there from Rungulek.
He didn't quite go in for the clinch in the second round there, and now we're seeing much more of it. Rungulek fighting more of like a FIMU fighter right now. Beautiful lock there from the fighter in the blue corner. Referee separating them due to them being on the ropes.
Yeah, the referees will let the fighters continue inside the clinch here. They're not going to be super quick to break it up, as long as the fighters are attacking as well.
People tend to forget too that the clinch is one of the most important parts of Muay Thai.
Yeah.
You can't just come with a full kickboxing background and expect to go into a Muay Thai match and win just like that. You've really got to learn how to clinch. Those beautiful knees there from Sirichok. Starting to look a lot better here.
Driving back his opponent. See if he can capitalize. He got him on the ropes. He's able to score with the knee, but again, beautiful counter elbow coming in from the blue corner.
At this point, you've got to think Rungwilek might have to re-strategize his game plan here. He's taking too many kicks, too many knees.
Yeah, unable to sweep his opponent like he did in the previous 2 rounds as well. A lot better balance from Sidichok.
This has become all his opponent right now, all Sidichok.
Breathing very heavily too, Rungwilek.
Oh yeah, mouth wide open.
Yeah, not a good sign.
And another knee straight down the middle. That's not going to help with his breathing at all.
Just not giving him any space whatsoever, and somebody's cut.
Yeah, I think that's Sidichok. Sidichok cut on the forehead.
Not affecting him at all, but beautiful counter elbow that time from Sidichok.
Beautiful elbow there thrown from Rungwilek. And another takedown. Going back to what really worked for him in the second round. But once again, as we said, mouth wide open, not a good sign at all.
Yeah, only bought himself a couple seconds, but right back into the fray.
Sidichok really taking control of this third round, and if not, absolutely asserting his dominance in the clinch. Nice kick once again and a takedown from the fighter in the blue corner. But it's not going to help him that much, those takedowns, when he's getting kneed.
You just see the difference in knees as well. You see Sidichok, when he throws that knee, he just whips that hip all the way up and around. A lot of power behind that shot.
Oh yeah, those look great. Just throwing in a naughty little elbow there, the fighter in the red corner.
So, very interesting round there. Tides turned a little bit, you got to say. Sidichok definitely starting to take control of the fight. On the other hand, Rungwilek starting to fade just a little bit in that third round, I should say. So I'll see some of the fans in attendance here at Rajadamnern Stadium for the Singhamawynn show, sponsored by SKS Empire. International fair here in Bangkok. If you're ever in Bangkok, be sure to come check out the show. I mean, nothing like experiencing the sport of Muay Thai at the Mecca of Muay Thai, or one of the Meccas.
No, it is the Mecca.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone
Probably
says.
The last Mecca standing.
Built in 1945, as we said, and still standing strong. I mean, once you come to Bangkok and you don't visit Rajadamnern Stadium, have you really been to Bangkok? Let's be honest here.
Yeah, especially if you're a Muay Thai fan. So there's some of those beautiful stepping knees from Sidichok. Showing a lot of dominance in that third round. It's going to be interesting to see if Rungwilek could change tactics here, because he was really getting worked over.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there as well. The sweeps look good, but just taking far too many knees, in my opinion. Now coming into the fourth round, of course. Still two more rounds to go. Not something Rungwilek wants to hear at this point, I can't imagine.
Yeah, immediately on the back foot. Finding himself in that clinch. And again, jumping knees, beautiful shots coming in from Sidichok.
Sidichok, or Rungwilek just now looking at his corner to see what he could do here in the second round, but I think he just had a whole minute to listen to what his corner had to say, and some elbows being exchanged here.
Yeah. Trying to make something of the fight now. Good counter left hook. Doing a lot better now with the attacks.
But still eating a lot of knees there. 2 knees in a row unanswered. Got to give credit to Sidichok here in this round.
Yeah, but Rungwilek, he's got to keep that pace up. He can't start hanging back right now.
Absolutely, and we're in the fourth round. This is one of the money rounds.
Yeah.
Or if not the money round of a Muay Thai fight. A beautiful hook to the body there by Rungwilek, and that absolutely put Sidichok on the back foot once again. Beautiful kicks from the fighter in the red corner, but those combinations from Rungwilek giving Sidichok a hard time.
Yeah, Sidichok's corner now telling him to march forward. You got to be careful he doesn't give up too many points here. Oh!
He's there from the fighter in the red corner once again. And a beautiful takedown there, and that looked amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help his cause in this 4th round.
He just came alive in this round, didn't he, Rung Lek? Never count a fighter out in a 5-round Muay Thai fight. Moving back once again, waiting for the right timing to throw in that right kick, perhaps.
Yeah, you got to wonder if he's baiting the city choke.
Nice knees once again, though, from the fighter in the red corner. Unanswered once again.
Yeah, looks like city choke's starting to
fading right now.
Yep.
Not sure if you can hear the banging in the stadium, but that's usually to wake the fighter up. Or at least give him the sign that he needs to do something more.
Oh, solid jumping knee there from city choke.
I felt that one, and I'm sitting right here ringside.
Almost coming to a stalemate now. Got about 40 seconds left in this 4th round.
Sivachok seems to be very sure of himself, not walking as he did in the 3rd and the beginning of the 4th round. Now
You got to imagine, though, if it's still too early to hang back like he's doing. You usually see that in the 5th round, but like you said, the money round still counts.
More knees coming in from Sivachok. Rung Lek, you got to say, looks a little bit deflated. Another nice kick there from Sivachok. That's the end of the 4th round.
Good show of respect from both as well. All about the respect at the end of the day. Most fights here in Thailand, you never see any fighters having any real bad blood between each other. So, solid 4th round again for City Choke. Seemed to be fading a little bit midway through that 4th round. He let Rung Lek start to pull ahead. Blue corner started to look dominant inside the clinch. But then again, Rung Lek started to fade towards the end of that round. City Choke was able to capitalize, scored a few more big jumping knees. Still got a lot of action left on tonight's show. 6 more fights to follow. Fight number 7, our main event, as we said before.
And fight number 8 is a special bout of the evening. The prison fighters are, I'm not sure what's the best way to put it, former inmates, former gangsters, battling out for 300,000 baht, and it's the finals as well.
Not surprising, though, here in Thailand. They do have that fight for your freedom system, I guess you could say, where the fighters, they are prisoners, and they'll let the prisoners out to compete in Muay Thai. And as long as they stay on good terms, eventually they will be able to fight for their own freedom.
But in this case, they are free.
Yeah, they're already free, so.
But nonetheless, why not fight for some more extra dough?
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Extra money equals extra freedom, so it all works out.
Does it, though?
Yeah, depends.
Now the 5th and final bout of our second bout, or 5th and final round of our second bout of the evening. Beautiful kick there to start things off from the fighter in the red corner. And Sivachok, he seems sure of himself of what he's done in that 4th round.
Yeah, and the thing is, with these 5-round fights as well, a lot of times people will see the 5th round and they'll see the aggressive fighter, they'll automatically think that the aggressive fighter is winning, but a lot of times they're trying to fight back from the points that they gave up throughout the rounds, or throughout the fight.
But my goodness, it's nice to see Rung Lek come alive once again here in this 5th round. He seems to have hurt Sivachok a little bit there.
Yeah, good solid knee there against the side of the body of City Choke. But can he keep this pace up? That's going to be the question.
Better said than done, let's put it that way. Or easier to say than do. And usually when a fighter, when they're sure about themselves, especially in a Muay Thai match, they're sure of what they've done, they like to hang a little bit back, try to go on the defensive and try not to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Once again, I have to reiterate that Muay Thai matches scored as a whole, not round by round.
Yeah, and you see City Choke there. He's trying to touch gloves. He's trying to concede. But Rung Rung Lek, you got to imagine, if he feels he's down on points, he's going to try to keep pushing forward, try to go for the knockout.
Very solid clinch. Locked in there by Sirichok.
And now just going to dance around. This is traditionally what you see in the 5th round if a fighter is really ahead on the scorecards or feels that they're ahead. So City Choke, all the telling signs that he feels that he won the fight here.
But you see sometimes, not often, but you see sometimes that the fighter got it all wrong.
Yeah, that does happen. Obviously, the fighters, they're fighters, right? They're not judges.
It's quite obvious here. Sirichok thinks he's done a good job in the match, and after seeing that 4th round,
and this is where, yeah, and this is where it could get confusing for people who are not familiar with the sport, or for tourists who come here and they watch the fight for the first time. They wonder why the fighters are dancing around. That's exactly why.
Yeah, just to explain it more, I mean, since this fight is scored as a whole, one mistake from Sirichok in the last round could cost him the entire fight.
Right.
That could be one sweep, one kick to the side, anything. Or even if he gets stunned a little bit, that could actually absolutely change the outcome. So he's not going to risk anything at all.
And sometimes you even see if a fighter was completely dominant throughout the fight, they'll show a little bit of mercy, a little bit of respect. They won't want to finish their opponent because again, it's a different mentality here. It kind of looks bad if you're a lot more experienced and you could easily, knock somebody out. So a little bit more humble in Muay Thai here in Thailand. So final seconds there on the clock. Good show of respect at the end.
You always got to love the sportsmanship you see in Muay Thai.
Yeah, some words of encouragement there from City Choke as he walked his opponent over to the corner, and he'll take that sip of water from the opposite corner's cornerman. Another thing you see here a lot in Thailand.
There we go. A decision victory, or a points victory for Sirichok Saw Pong Amon. Very... Oh, that was a fantastic performance from him, especially in the 4th round. Can't really fault him for much. Let's not forget in the 1st round he went for 2 jumping knees already. Absolutely fantastic to watch.
Yeah, confident young fighter. Sure we'll see him back at the Singhamawynn show soon. So lots of action to follow. Only coming up to our 3rd fight on this afternoon show. And again, later on, fight number 7. Don't forget, we have our main event. So stay tuned for that one. Jom taking on Rung San Tawan. And after that, we have the final of our original 4-man tournament. So Choi Thai taking on M Paradise in that final, and the winner will receive 300,000 baht. So lots on the line after our main event. See our next 2 fighters just making their way to the ring, getting ready for our 3rd fight. 122 pounds for this one. Entering the ring there in the red corner, we have Kun Chai. He weighed in at 121.5 pounds this morning. So traditionally here in Thailand, the fighter will go over the top ropes when you're wearing the Mong Kong, which is the headpiece you see on the fighter's head. It's considered bad luck to go under the ropes. After they enter the ring, the fighter's cornermen will take off the robes, and then they'll do the traditional Y crew. Just gives a chance for the fighters to pay respect to their trainers, their parents, those who've come before them in the sport, and also gives them a chance to warm up before they get ready for the fight. And you see that Y crew before every single fight here at Rajadamnern Stadium, a very important tradition for the sport of Muay Thai. A lot of times fighters have their own Y crew as well. They try to differentiate it from each other. Sometimes the gyms will have their own Y crews. For very popular fighters, they'll actually have their own Y crew.
any further ado, let's get to the introductions for the third bout. Of course, at this third bout, 122 pounds. And another thing to keep in mind, this is going to be 2 minutes of fighting and 2 minutes break. Usually we see that for the more younger fighters. But still 5 rounds. Let's not forget about that. As you often see in the major stadiums here in Thailand.
Yeah, that 2-minute break, definitely a key difference between Muay Thai here and Muay Thai in the West. A lot of times in the West, they only get that 1-minute break. And you talk to fighters that have fought in the West and then come here to Thailand to fight, and they tell you that that extra 1 minute makes a world of a difference with recovery in between rounds.
I'm not sure, because sometimes you talk to some people and they prefer to have 1 minute round or 1 minute break as opposed to 2. Saying that after 2 minutes they may get a little bit
makes
cold.
it too relaxed.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how well you're doing in the fight, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, if you're not doing too good, then I guess a 2-minute break is not too bad, is it?
So you just see the fighters get the Mong Kong removed. The cornermen, they'll say a final prayer before they enter the fight. Get ready for combat. Just wish them victory.
Another thing about this is that this morning, of course, let's not forget that Thai, Singhamawynn, he came in 0.5 pounds beneath the weight. Would that have any effect on this fight? A little bit cheeky there from the red corner just now, Sao. Going in for, well, the glove tap, but instead tricking his opponent, going directly for a low kick.
Yeah, sometimes you see that with the younger fighters who are not very confident, but you know, sometimes they might not be as confident, and they feel like they got to rush into the fight, or they got to do something right away. Happens with the Thais sometimes as well. Or sometimes they just try to get it to their opponent's head.
He's done just that, and going for the low kick now. Thai.
Good variety of kicks though coming in from Sao.
Sao, of course, his old name, Sao Petkasem. Now Sao Sombun form. In the last 2 matches, a win by knockout and a loss on points. So surely he must have some knockout power in him. Good block there though from Thai. Beautiful kick once again from the fighter in the red corner.
Thai though just choosing to hang back a little bit here, absorb a lot of the shots that are coming in. And again, even though the kicks don't look too powerful, they are going to rack up damage on those arms. It's going to make it a lot more challenging for Thai to throw those punches later on.
It's just one of those things that if he's not feeling it in the first or second rounds, he might be feeling it in the third and fourth.
Yeah.
By the fifth, he may just be deflated. Nice low kick there from Thai again. Thai, I don't know what's the best way to translate that. Mr. Left.
You can see why. You got glimpses of it.
Exactly, and that's another beautiful left kick from Mr. Left, Thai. It's the end of the first round. Of course, 2-minute rounds.
Both fighters still looking very confident as they walk to their corners.
You still can't give the edge to anybody, can you, in
Nah.
that first round? There's no way.
Nah. As we've seen already with the 2 fights that have unfolded, I mean, things could change in an instant. A fighter could be hanging back. They don't want to show too much in that first round. It takes a while for them to come to life. And again, they want to make it very exciting for the fans who are here in attendance as well. So they don't want to give too much away early on.
Let's just put it this way, you make it exciting for the fans, you might get a beautiful bonus after the fight. Especially when you're previously down on the scorecards, or you may think you're down on the scorecards.
Or the fans may think you're down on the scorecards.
Let's be honest, the only people who really know is the judges.
So almost ready for our Second round of our third fight on tonight's show. Again, the Singhamawynn show is sponsored by SKS Empire. There we see Sao in the red corner getting ready. Come back out for this second round. See if Kunsai can live up to his nickname.
Or Kunsai. I actually like that name, you know. And often you see it in Muay Thai, they're not usually, they don't have the same name as they did in the beginning of their fight careers. Especially the first name. Sometimes they change it for good luck, maybe. Or maybe because of the way the fighters fight. And especially sometimes they move gyms or have a different sponsor.
Yeah.
For example, Kunsai, Singhamawynn Witapong, once upon a time called Kunsai Sakburam. Sakburam is of course his gym. Singhamawynn Witapong, I imagine, is his sponsor.
Doing a lot better though this second round, Kunsai. You can see him defending that low kick coming in, countering, evading.
The beautiful kick there from Kunsai once again.
Yeah.
And you could really see why he has that name. Let's say if I was just told who were the fighters in this match, didn't know which one was red, which one was blue, and you told me one of them was called Kunsai, I'd know right away that it's the blue corner.
Well, you'd have to know Thai first.
Oh yeah, forgot about that part.
But, yeah. Trying for that stab and knee, Sao in the red corner, but not a lot of effect.
Became more of a kick than a knee.
Yeah.
Won't score too high, at least as the judges, they could tell he was going for a knee in the first place. Kunsai going for a right elbow there, just missing, thankfully for Sao.
Yeah, he's got a very poised look, Kunsai, just waiting for those openings. Just getting a push kick there, sending him down to the canvas.
I think what Kunsai wants the most right now is another left kick to the midsection. Goes for it once again, just waiting for the right timing.
Coming down to our final 10 seconds now of our second round. Again, this one's scheduled for 5. All the fights on tonight's show scheduled for 5 rounds.
No, it's not. There's actually one more. Let's not forget the special fight at the very end. It's going to be 3 minutes of fighting. 3 rounds, but 4-minute breaks. Believe it or not.
4-minute break.
Yes, 4-minute breaks.
Sounds like something I would need.
I think I'll go for 5 though. That's right, of course. The final bout of the evening, the special fight between MuayThai and M Paradise. It's a special fight. They're not exactly fighters, everyday fighters like you're going to see from bouts number 1 to 7.
So again, today's show brought to you by SKS Empire. For all your Muay Thai equipment needs, be sure to visit sksboxing.com.
There we go. Scenes from backstage once again. Katapet, Hang Thong Melada. Here's some of the action from that previous round. Not sure if you saw that, but it seemed like Sao tried to go for a cheeky little sweep there. Would it be interesting if that connected? Beautiful combinations put on there by Kunsai. Now on my notes here, it says Sao, of course, from Nakhon Phanom. He's got a clinch and knee style. Yet to see that, though, in the fight so far.
Yeah, we saw a couple knees, but not so much a clinch.
Well, now it's the 3rd round, so perhaps we'll start seeing that in this round here. Nice kick there from the fighter in the red corner, and both of them going to the clinch, and a beautiful left knee and beautiful right knee from both fighters. Back and forth action early on in this third round. Beautiful knee there from Sao. Perhaps I spoke too soon early on.
Yeah, now he's starting to come to life inside the clinch. Struggling a little bit to get that. Oh, there he goes. Good lock there from Sao. Able to score that knee.
Khun Sai loading up the left kick, I was about to say, and he does just that. Beautiful footwork there, but he might be stunned.
He hurt him with an elbow. I'm surprised he's not cut. Right above the left eye of Khun Sai. Caught him with that elbow. Or right below, possibly. He's got a lot of welting going on.
No, I think there's some cut there, actually, on the bottom left of his eye. Yes, in fact, there is.
Yeah, Sao, he's trying to finish him here. You see him trying to make space.
Stunned him and cut him. Well done, Sao.
Looking fired up now, red corner. Good counter kick, though, from Khun Sai. That cut under the eye, so not really going to affect his vision unless it starts to swell up. But the blood going to trickle down on the cheek. Good solid knees coming in from Sao. Almost folding over Khun Sai that time.
Horrible start to the round, or horrible round so far for Khun Sai. Taking those knees straight down the middle. He's being stunned. He's being cut. Really has to start pushing forward now if he wants to get something out of this fight.
Yeah. Still looking dangerous, though, with that left kick. Sao cannot get too overconfident.
No, but that's the problem with some of the fighters who like to fight on the outside. Once they get stunned or once they get hurt, they're going to have to start moving forward, and that's just not their style. And possibly, usually, the situation might go from bad to worse.
Oh!
Beautiful hands there from Sao.
Yeah, making him pay for that low kick. And again, that elbow. Almost catching him in the same exact spot.
What a beautiful round there for Sao.
I think he heard you talking about his clinch skills, so he had to turn it up.
Well, I'm glad he listened then.
See the welt and the cut there under the left eye of Khun Sai, courtesy of that right downward elbow from Sao in that third round. I'm sure we'll see it again on the replays in just a few moments. There it is there. Not a lot of blood coming down. But still, Sao is going to be aiming for that in this fourth round. Cornerman there just trying to close it up a little bit, stop the blood. Stop the bleeding, I should say, with the Vaseline. But you got to imagine after the first couple shots in this upcoming round, that's Vaseline usually flies off. But there it is right there. Just caught him with that short, jutting elbow. And Sao got very confident. He thought he could finish him, but good defense. A tight defensive shell there from Khun Sai. Was able to withstand those punches, but had himself in a bad situation there. And better footwork from Khun Sai as well. He was stepping off away from the power side of Sao.
I believe that was the elbow that cut Khun Sai. Really well done there from Sao in that last round. And Sao would know it that he had a huge round there. But he can't start to slow down in the fourth.
Yeah.
It would be a major mistake for Sao.
And the final elbow of that round, he was just trying to capitalize on where he cut Khun Sai, but just not really hitting his target. So here we go, round number 4. As we said before, the most important rounds in the Muay Thai ring.
Gotta wonder though, will Khun Sai start walking in this round, or will we see more of the same?
Not out of the fight yet. Still looks like he's enjoying himself despite the cut.
Beautiful kicks there already thrown from Khun Sai.
Yeah, he's fired up.
Going for that elbow early on in the round. But now receiving a lot of right kicks from Sao.
Able to sneak those knees down the middle though. Good work now from Khun Sai. Using that cross face. Trying to push the head back of Sao. Attacking the body. Definitely a variety of shots coming in from the blue corner this round. Oh! Good elbow from him.
That connected really well there.
Yeah,
I mean, that definitely stunned his opponent there.
Shook up Sao a little bit. Has he zapped the confidence of Sal now?
Oh, it definitely seems that way. And as we said, Sal seems to be very confident with how he did in the last round, but he can't bring that into the fourth round. It's still the fourth round. It's a very important round in Muay Thai. But a beautiful kick from him nonetheless. That's a beautiful combination put together by Kunsai Sitnayok to Witapong.
Yeah, just doing a smart thing there, making sure that he countered. He was the last one to attack in that exchange. Not letting Sal score anything without giving anything back.
He's on just full defensive right now. Something usually you see a fighter go through in the fifth round.
Yeah, but he could start getting tired though. I mean, you gotta wonder. He cut him. He thought he might have had the win. Gotta wonder if it's getting to him psychologically here, Sal.
It's a little bit bizarre now, the way that Sal has decided to fight in this fourth round, because might have gotten Kunsai back into the fight.
Still got 15 seconds to go in the fourth round. Kunsai looking very confident as he fires away with another left kick. Just inching his way forward.
Trying to sneak in an uppercut just now, Kunsai. That's the end of the fourth round. Usually, it has to be said, some fighters in Thailand, when they're kids, they might be right-footed at the beginning, but they train to be left-footed fighters. That's why you see a lot of left-footed fighters here in Thailand, but they still might be right-handed.
Anything to get the advantage sometimes.
Yep. But I'm not sure how much that really works. We talk about right-footed fighters such as Super Leg, and of course Salam Dam, both orthodox, technical fighters.
But just as proficient with that switch kick as well sometimes when they have to use it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't quite see Super Leg use it too often though, the switch kick. Usually just goes with what works best for him. That's definitely his right kick. Here is backstage, the next fight's coming up. Got that pet in the red corner, and Gong Pop was Suk San in the blue corner. Of course, this is a rematch. And the last bout ended in a draw, in fact, at Lumpini Stadium.
So fans trying to get behind the fighters now, especially Kunsai. Solid fourth round for him. You can see some of the action from that round. And he's fired up in the corner as well.
I mean, the way some people might see the fight is that this last round may determine the whole thing.
Yeah, it very well could.
Some say that Red would have got that third round, and the fourth round might have gone to Kunsai. Not sure if you could see this in the arena. No, I don't think you can, but some of the fans there about to give some big bonuses for whoever may win this fight. Maybe a bit of a motivator.
So here we go, fifth and final round. And Kunsai firing out with those punches right away here.
Started this round with a bang already, Kunsai. That's exactly what he needs to do. Just keep going on the attack. Beautiful elbow there thrown from Kunsai.
Yeah, he's timing that well. Every time Sal tries that right kick, Kunsai attacks with that elbow immediately. And Sal spending a lot of time on the back foot, trying to fire off a kick, but coming up short with the elbow afterwards.
It's quite surprising the way Sal's fighting. He seems extremely confident with himself. Beautiful strikes there from the fight of the blue corner. Might have hurt Sal. Another kick there from Sal, though very beautifully placed.
Yeah, the red corner, they're telling him to teep as well, which is, you know, usually a sign that they think he's ahead on the cards.
But a beautiful knee there from Sal. And nothing better than a knee straight down the middle.
Yeah, walked right into that one as well, Kunsai. And just trying to use those teeps to keep Kunsai on the outside. But walked right past him that time. Able to set up a few beautiful knees. Relentless attacks coming in from Kunsai at this point. Able to get right past that defensive wall with the knees. Good work from him there inside the clinch as we make our way down to the 22nd mark in our 5th and final round. Another entertaining clash here at the Singhamawynn show.
You gotta love the fights that really go on until the end. Who knows how the judges are going to score this one, and that's the end of our third bout.
Got to be very close in the scorecards.
By the way it looks, Sao looks very confident with that performance.
So we'll just wait for the referee to collect the last card here before we get our official decision.
And there we go. Sao Singhamawynn Farm with a victory against Kun Sai Sitneo Tawitapong. Good performance from him there.
Strong showing for the red corner in that beginning stages of that fight. Was able to open up that cut, do some damage on his opponent. Got to give credit to Kun Sai. Was really able to fight third, fourth round forward, trying to make something happen, but unfortunately for him, just trailed on the scorecards a little bit. But still, two very young fighters. Lots to go in their career. So getting ready for our fourth fight on tonight's show. Two fighters just entering the ring now. Just getting ready to perform that ceremonial Y crew. And again, you'll see that before every single fight here at Rajadamnern Stadium.
So here we go, the fourth bout of the evening at 117 pounds. Introduced first, the fighter fighting out of the red corner from Udon Thani, Thailand. He's a knee fighter, Katapet, Hang Thong Milada, or Katapet, Singhamawynn. In his last 3 fights, he's had a points victory against the fighter we saw in the previous bout, Sao Singhamawynn Farm. He's had a no contest against Yot Manut, Etasala, and he's had a draw against his opponent here tonight, Gongpop Wa Suksan at Lumpini Stadium. And now introducing his opponent, who drew 2 in his last match, Gongpop Wa Suksan. Gongpop, a fighter from Petbury, fights in the technical Fimu style. In his last 3 bouts, he's had a points victory against Seo Khao Winubon. Points loss against F16 or F16 Gan Norising MuayThai at Channel 7 Stadium, and a draw against his opponent here tonight, Katapet Singhamawynn or Katapet Hang Thong Milada. So a rematch to look forward to here. Not sure if it's going to make any difference, but the last fight was fought at 116 pounds. This match here tonight at 117 pounds. This morning, Gongpop being the fighter who had to lose more weight in order to make weight for this fight here tonight. He lost 1.9 pounds. Quite a lot if you ask me.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like much, but in the fight world, that's a lot. Especially to have to make that weight on the same day or drop that much weight on the same day that you're competing.
Not the first thing you want to do in the morning, especially when you haven't eaten anything yet. It can be very exhausting.
Not to mention the heat here in Thailand, although it might help.
Actually, here at Rajadamnern Stadium, there's 2 options you have when you're going to run to lose weight. It's either you run outside, of course with the heat, may help a lot, or a lot of fighters, they tend to run around Rajadamnern Stadium, or the very top end, at the third class seats. It's not a small stadium now, is it? Gets very tiring there.
It's a decent lap.
Yeah.
I might make 1 or 2 myself.
And of course the fight here. Got that pit this morning. Initially weighing at 117.6 pounds, lost 0.6 pounds. He didn't have to lose too much. Didn't have to do too much work. Got that pit, of course. Knee fighter from Udon Thani, training out of Singhamawynn Muay Thai. Not sure if he gets to clinch with the Pao Kao there. Maybe a bit too big, but the Pao Kao, of course, one of the most known fighters here in the Thai circuit. Recently, on our last Singhamawynn show, sponsored by SKS, fought against Ferrari Fairtex, losing that match by decision, but what an amazing fight it was. And Ferrari, speaking of that, the 2021 Sports Writers Association of Thailand Fighter of the Year award winner. Congratulations to him, and his performance against the Pao Kao in his last Singhamawynn show showed why. Phenomenal fighter. Of course, slow start early on.
Just throwing that right kick up there, trying to get the reaction from his opponent. Again, Muay Thai, almost more of a chess match than anything else. Rarely are you going to see the fighters come out in the first round and try to turn it into a good old-fashioned scrap right away.
To be fair, you can say the same thing for boxing as well. In a 12-round bout, you don't really want to put everything out in the first round. It doesn't tend to happen for quite a lot of fighters anyways.
You do get the occasional madman like the the late, great Johnny Tapia.
So you're going to start talking about Eddie Hearn.
Yes, any fighter from around the 80s, early 90s. But you do get fighters in Thailand that break the mold. We've had so many over the years that really don't play into that stadium style. Guys like Anuat.
But you don't really see in a 5-round bout anything like Hearns and Hagler. It doesn't really happen in the first round.
No.
Unless they see a fighter's hurt. Then it happens then.
So just halfway through our opening rounds in the 4th bout of tonight's show. Again, just getting a good look of each other. Referee trying to urge both fighters on, but can't expect much just yet.
Not sure if you could hear it, but referee was telling them, you've got to release more weapons. Not sure that translates correctly to English.
Of course, the weapons of Muay Thai: elbows, kicks, knees, punches. And then you got the beautiful clinch work. Wide range of tactics. Also what separates Muay Thai from the other stand-up martial arts that are popular around the world. Other combat sports like kickboxing. Elbows really do change the game, as we've seen in the previous fight.
You can't really compare it to any other sport now, can you? It's very special within itself, and especially the culture behind it.
Yeah, it's more than a sport, it really is a culture. I like to quote KRS-One, one of my favorite hip-hop artists, where he used to say that rap is something you do, hip-hop is something you live. It's almost the same thing for Muay Thai. Like, fighting is something you do, but Muay Thai is really something you live. It's all the fighters know day in and day out. They live at the gyms.
I believe that he got it spot on. And people don't forget about that. The fighters actually do live at the gyms.
They do get the breaks in between fights. They usually go back up country if that's where they're from, or sometimes down to the south of Thailand and spend some time with their families. But for the most part, they really do stay at the gyms. A lot of the younger fighters, they'll go to school. After school, they'll train.
Or even in the morning before school even. It's a very tough lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's why you see a lot of fighters retiring almost, once they hit about 20 to 25 years old. You do get the rare fighters that are still around from back in the day. Guys like Jom Hod from Eminent Air, and I forget the name of his stablemate, but also another Santapha. Yeah,
right.
also
who actually fought last week.
Yeah, and they're still going. Somehow they're still going after all these years. But that's a rarity.
Jumhot having fought in Ireland not long ago. And it's a Tanfa who recently fought at Rangsit Stadium last Friday. You've got to be amazed by how these fighters keep on going.
You got to imagine just the opportunities that are there nowadays for the fighters. Probably keeps them going as well. Able to fight on a little more, a few more of the bigger international shows. Like you said, they could travel overseas. They could do seminars and compete while they're out there.
Yeah, that's one thing that wasn't really available to them in the 90s, the golden age of Muay Thai, of course. But
yeah.
it's become available to them quite recently. Before, when some fighters, when they fought everyone in the stadiums already, they can't really get their fights going. They'll transition to boxing sometimes just so they can get more extra fights, more extra pay.
Yeah.
And of course, there's been many, many fantastic transitions. Thailand, of course, having, I believe, close to 40 world champions in their history. Might have to double check that again, but definitely.
I wouldn't doubt you. You're the stats guy. I know you got a spreadsheet of that somewhere.
Wikipedia, I think. Anyways, into the second round now of our fourth round of the evening. As a reminder, Katapet, Hangtong Melada in the red corner, and Gongpop, Wasoksan in the blue corner. Last time these two fought at Lumpini Stadium, it was a draw.
Yeah, lots on the line for both of them today.
Nice kick there from Gongpop.
Almost canceling each other out at this point. Just going shot for shot. But again, we still have a lot of time left in this fight.
Yeah, just as we said, there's just no need to absolutely release everything right now. Nice teeps there, though, from Gongpop, Wasoksan.
He's got that wide guard, though. You see those elbows are flared out just a little bit. Might make it easier for Katapet to score with those kicks from the outside. Just a little bit slower to get those punches off that time, but able to rock his opponent backwards with that one. Straight right, looking very effective from the blue corner.
I think it's fair to say, though, that Katapet right now in the red corner looking a lot more composed. Doesn't really feel like he needs to rush right now. Another kick thrown there from the fighter in the blue corner.
Again, the referee trying to urge both fighters on. He's going to give him a little verbal warning. And they got to be careful with that. The referees, they won't give too many official warnings and point deductions, but it could happen in some cases. So when you start to get these verbal warnings like this, it's not a good sign.
I think the first step is verbal warnings and maybe a second or a third.
Yeah.
And then points start getting deducted, and if it keeps going on like that, the match might be called off. We have seen it happen. Not really a great sight to see. There were some of the fighters and some of the action we have here tonight. I don't think any one of those fighters have had a problem with that before in the past.
Could also be just the fact that these two fighters have faced each other recently. They might still be a little tentative. They know each other so well inside the ring. They don't want to make any mistakes. So again, just easing into the bout. Good solid high kick that time from Hong Pop.
A good block from Gongpop just now.
Yeah, I like how he's using the kicks. He's mixing it up, attacking the body, then he's going high. Always keeping his opponent guessing.
There's that unpredictability that we talked about early on. Most unpredictable fighters seem to be the best fighters in a way. That's the end of the second round.
So again, just going back to that high kick there from Kong Pop, you could see he was throwing that body kick. Every time he threw the body kick in that second round, Katapet was trying to grab it, counter back, and I think Kong Pop looked like he was starting to pick up on that, and then he started to go for that high kick. So if that left hand doesn't stay up there for Katapet, he's got to be careful with that. Could put himself at risk for catching one of those kicks flush. So again, coming to you live from Rajadamnern Stadium in the heart of Bangkok. If you're ever in Thailand, be sure to come to the stadium, check out some of the fights. Always a very entertaining atmosphere, especially here on Mondays with the Singhamawynn show. This one sponsored by SKS Empire. See some of the action from that second round. Good body kicks coming in from Kong Pop. But again, there it is, Katapet catching that kick. Kong Pop was starting to read that, and then he started to go higher. So you got to wonder if he's going to go back to that tactic in the third round. Try to catch his opponent flush with a high kick. Lots of instructions coming from the corner of Katapet right now. Sometimes it's almost, you got to imagine, the fighter has to pick one. You know, which one am I going to listen to here? You got your cornerman telling you something?
I'll give you the best advice. Listen to the man that looks after you and trains you.
Yeah. You don't want to anger that person.
No. You got to listen to that person. I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen this before, but when you go to the stadiums, sometimes in the breaks you see maybe 10 different people in one fighter's corner. You got to listen to that one person that looks after you and trains you. But of course, sometimes somebody might come over and say, if you do this in the next round, I'll give you a lovely bonus or a tip. So sometimes you can see fighters start listening to that person instead, which sort of makes sense for their financial well-being, let's put it that way.
Marching forward now, Katapet into the clinch. Knee for knee inside the clinch now.
Quite interested of some of the knee fighters we've seen here tonight, or most of the knee fighters. They don't start showing their opponents that they're knee fighters until the third round usually.
Yeah. It takes so much effort to fight within the clinch. You don't want to burn yourself out too much.
Nice kick.
Walking right through the kicks though.
And getting out clinched as well now by the fighter in the blue corner, Kong Pop.
So quick to use that shin across the waist to defend those potential knees from Katapet.
Now both fighters just trading knees. But a beautiful lock there from the fighter in the blue corner, Kong Pop.
Yeah, ragdolling him in the corner.
That's not going to look good for him, for the judges at all. Absolute control from Kong Pop. And Katapet receiving another left kick to the midsection, and another one. 2 in a row, my goodness.
Not afraid to engage in the clinch though, Katapet. His corner also telling him to stay in the clinch.
Before the fight, we were informed that he is a knee fighter. From what we've seen before, he has been fighting with the knees, so I think his corner is just thinking, why not stick to what's best for you?
He's just struggling a little bit inside the clinch with that lock though. Kong Pop, he's able to get that tight lock, ragdoll him around, scored that knee across the back. Still got a minute to go here in the third round. Good solid kick that time from the red corner.
But a return from center by Kong Pop. And just by a look, Kong Pop's knee kick, connected a lot better than the one that Katapet threw. Beautiful switching kick there from the fighter in the blue corner once again. Kong Pop again with the more dominant clinch, I must say.
You can see how easily he's turning them and throwing those knees. He's got that arm locked up there. Not a good position to be in.
Absolute dominance there from Kong Pop, Wasok-san.
And again, Katapet, he cannot do anything from that position.
Nothing.
Struggling.
Katapet has no answers for that whatsoever, and he's supposed to be the knee fighter. It just shows the unpredictability of Muay Thai at times. Some beautiful knees, though, from the fighter in the red corner. Well done there from Katapet, and that's the end of the fourth round. What action, or the third round, excuse me.
Yeah, very entertaining battle in those previous 3 minutes. What a dominant display of clinch work there for Kong Pop in the blue corner. Really turned it up in that third round. Katapet breathing very heavily. So see some of the action from that previous round in just a few seconds. So there's some of that beautiful clinch work from Kong Pop in the blue corner. You just see him just using those long arms, wrapping up his opponent. And once he dragged him in closer, that was it. Katapet struggling to break free in that one hold towards the end of that round. He was able to score a lot of knees in the clinch there, Kong Pop.
I think it's fair to say, though, that in that round, Kong Pop, Wasuk-san beat Katapet in everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's the knees, it's the kicks,
yeah,
punches. He's just on top of him at every level.
All around dominant performance in that previous round.
Perhaps Katapet now realizing that Kong Pop is much more well-rounded than he made out to be in his last bout.
Yeah. Kong Pop again showing that he just wants that win just a bit more as well. That's always going to benefit not only his confidence, but just in the eyes of the judges. But here we go, fourth round. Trying to match Kong Pop knee for knee now inside the clinch.
Still controlling the clinch there, Kong Pop.
Yeah.
And engaging in the clinch as well. Well done to the fighter in the blue corner. Another knees down the sides.
Better work though that time from red corner. He was able to climb up on top of his opponent, get him into a stalemate.
Kick for kick just now. Both fighters exchanging. Almost as if got that pet saying, whatever you've done before, I could do better.
Yeah. The only difference you would have to say is that they look a little bit more effective coming in from Kong Pop.
Oh yes, most
He's
definitely.
able to push those kicks, pushing back Katapet. Better defense as well.
Yeah, not much what Katapet is doing is actually getting through. Besides for those knees right there, the referee's struggling to split them. In the clinch, once again, a good kick there from the fighter in the blue corner. Another block. Another kick connecting there from Kong Pop. And those kicks, they absolutely start adding up. If they haven't added up already, we're in the fourth round. I'm not sure if it's the right idea, but got that pet trying to keep up with the pace that Kong Pop is exerting.
Just doesn't look to have the same power behind his kicks. Kind of looks a little bit uncertain of himself at this point. Easily defended that time by Kong Pop.
The difference is Kong Pop is throwing kicks because he's thought it through. He knows his opponent's next movement, but it seems almost like Katapet is throwing the kicks for the sake of throwing them because his opponents threw a lot of them before.
Good solid three knees though that time from Katapet.
Nice knee, of course, in return by Kong Pop, absolutely relentless. And taking him down there, landing on top, showing his dominance, and why not?
Still got a minute to go here in the fourth round. Going to be a long 60 seconds for Katapet as he marches forward back inside the clinch. Again, though, it's Kong Pop able to land that final knee before the referee separated both of them.
Another nice kick there from the fighter in the blue corner, just throwing both lefts and rights. Usually you hear that with boxing, but not with kicks.
Yeah, really showing no regard whatsoever for the attacks of Katapet at this point. He kind of senses what Katapet is going to do as he walks in. He's getting prepared. He's throwing that knee up across the waist.
That's the end of the fourth round.
So a little bit of a better performance in that round from Katapet, but you have to say that Kong Pop in the blue corner still on top. Just a little bit more dominance in that round. More damaging shots coming in from the blue corner. See the replays in just a few moments here.
And there you see it. Our special fight for tonight, our last bout of the evening. Here you see MuayThai getting his hands wrapped already. And over there is his opponent, M Paradise. Both of them fighting for 300,000 baht. Of course, this is a final of the tournament for former inmates and gangsters. Or former inmates and former gangsters. Not sure what's the best way to put it.
As long as you got former in there, I think it's all right. That's a compliment.
Just need to remind everyone at home.
Some of the action from that fourth round. Again, good work there from Kong Pop inside the clinch.
You gotta really love the quick thinking of the fighter in the blue corner, Kong Pop.
And that's what makes a difference in these fights when they're this close. All about who could get that attack off first.
And the last round of our fourth bout of the evening. Of course, got that pet already coming in, hoping for a knockout or some sort of domination in this fifth round.
Yeah, you got to imagine his corner told him stay out of the clinch, just try to work the punches, the elbows. He's definitely going to pull something big out here in order to get the win.
Huge right hand there from the fighter in the red corner. But didn't look like it troubled Kong Pop too much.
Nah. Kong Pop watching very closely, just able to score those counterattacks, the counter kicks. And smart work from Kong Pop. He's not given any space whatsoever to Katapet to throw those elbows in the clinch. Keeping his own chin over the shoulder of Katapet. Keeping his head out of danger. Oh, took one that time. Oh!
The knee started to buckle there. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I was so focused on those elbows, I didn't even know he threw any knees.
I mean, the knee started to buckle. I didn't say he threw them.
Oh, okay.
Nice kick there from the fighter in the blue corner once again, but looking like he's in more trouble than he was in the fourth round.
Yeah, things are definitely changing right now.
And the fans are getting riled up once again, and especially Katapet's corner.
He's got to continue this pace. Oh!
Huge elbow there from the fighter in the red corner. Katapet looking for blood, looking for a knockout, looking for a win. Absolutely. Well done once again. Throwing another elbow, 2 elbows in a row.
Still got a minute and a half. He might be able to finish Kong Pop here.
The whole state has come alive all of a sudden. Not quite the elbow though just now. I think he threw a forearm there, if you can even call that. Anyways, what's for sure is that he's very persistent. He really wants his victory, and it's nice to see a fighter work so hard in the fifth round. But gets his back taken by Kong Pop.
So final minute now on the clock here in our fifth and final round.
Kong Pop seems to have survived the hurricane, but not just yet. It's not over yet.
Oh, 3, 4 unanswered elbows. But Kong Pop just drawing a smile there. Got to appreciate his grit and determination as well.
I think he's in a little bit of disbelief after seeing the elbows being thrown like that. Not sure you see it quite often. But you gotta love the determination by Katapet.
He has not slowed down at all this round.
Beautiful footwork from Kong Pop to stay out of the elbows of Katapet. Finally a return elbow over there and almost threw him out of the ring, and someone's dropped their mouth guard, my goodness.
Yeah, that's not gonna look good for
that
Kong
may
Pop.
just change the fight. That could change the fight right there.
This one coming right down to the wire. What a round from Katapet.
Goodness, Kong Pop making the huge mistake of letting his mouth guard loose.
And he looks in disbelief right now, Kong Pop.
And we've seen fights before in the past where losing the mouth guard just changes the fight completely.
Yeah, one of those signs that we talked about before that just shows you're really tired, exhausted.
Katapet more confident now. Let's see how the judges score this one. The last judge now. And it's a win for the blue corner, Kong Pop Wasuk-san. Not enough done there by Katapet in the last round. But not sure I saw him bleeding earlier. I think that just came from the final bout.
Yeah, soaked up a lot of damage in that fifth round.
Got to give it to Gong Pop. What a masterclass there that he's shown.
So the fights here at Rajadamnern Stadium tonight, one after the next, getting more exciting. Still have lots to go on tonight's show. Don't forget our main event coming up, fight number 7. Jom taking on Rung Sang Tawan. And our final fight on tonight's card, the finals of the tournament. MuayThai taking on M Paradise. The winner of that bout will get a $300,000 baht fight purse. So lots on the line in that one. Be sure to stay tuned. But coming up next, we have our 5th fight on tonight's show. In the red corner, Petgalan. His challenger in the blue corner, Bangpon. So we'll see both fighters go through that traditional Y crew in just a second. Again, a very important part of the Thai culture, or the Muay Thai culture here in Thailand. You'll see the Y crew before each and every Muay Thai fight. Also, when you visit the stadiums, you get to hear that traditional music being played by a live band. So the music will carry the fighter through the Y crew. Not only does it give a chance for the fighter to pay respect to the important people in their lives, but also just gives them a chance to warm up before the fight. As we said earlier on the broadcast, the fighters, they won't hit pads backstage. They will get a pre-fight massage. Their warm-up really relies on that Y crew once they get to the ring. Give them a chance to stretch their muscles. And you see a little bit of a variation of the Y crew here from Pet Galan. Sometimes if a fighter is not practicing Buddhist, they'll have a different form of the Y crew.
Well, I think it's fair to say sometimes you see a different variation of Y crews depending on what gym they come from as
Yeah.
well. I remember Gao Samrit having a very interesting Y crew, or Sit Mod Wee. Very different style from what we're used to seeing.
Some of the fighters make it very entertaining as well. They'll try to incorporate imaginary weapons into their Y crew.
Of course, for those that may remember Pet Cao Lan, Singhamawynn, his old name is Yot Pet Sosa Park Gym. Bangpon, Luk Mahatat, a fighter with many previous names. Pet Ekachai Muping Aloy Chung Boy was another one. Pet Ekachai Pet Sitong. Bangpon Muping Aloy Chung Boy, and now here we are with Bangpon Luk Mahatat. Sometimes it can get really hard to follow. Not gonna lie, with all these name changes. That beautiful white crew there shown from Bangpon. You gotta love the fighter who not only puts in the effort to fight, but a fighter who does a white crew such beauty.
Yeah, it really is a paradox, because it's on one hand such a graceful art when it comes to the Y crew, but you know, on the other hand, you do have the brutality of the fight itself. One of the things that are very intriguing about the sport to Westerners.
I just can't understand why some people would want to take the white crew away from Muay Thai itself. It's like telling the New Zealand national rugby team that they can't perform the haka no more.
Yeah, but you see that nowadays, especially as the sport progresses. They're trying to make it more appealing to a Western audience. So a lot of the entertainment shows, the 3-round fight shows, they will do away with the Y crew.
Which is quite sad if you ask me. One way or another anyways. Here we go, start of our 5th bout of the evening. Phet Gaolan Singhamawynn in the red corner and Bangbon Luk Mahathat in the blue corner. Phet Gaolan Singhamawynn, fighter from southern Thailand and Songkhla, known for his kicks. Bangbon Luk Mahathat from China and central Thailand, known to be a more technical fighter, a female fighter.
Not often you get too many fighters from somewhere like China as well. It's usually that northeast or the southern part of Thailand. It does happen, but doesn't seem to be really a hotbed for Muay Thai.
It's really coming. I mean, if you really think about it, two famous fighters do come from Bangkok as well. You've got Superbank and, of course, Thaksin Lek, both coming from Bangkok. Both of them being very good technical fighters. Perhaps the central region may be a hotbed for the technical fighting style.
Really the goal of many Muay Thai fighters as well, to come to Bangkok and train at one of the prestigious gyms here. A lot more opportunities to fight at the stadiums. So that is the goal for a lot of fighters that come from the countryside.
Yeah, but some might not be too happy with that, because in the golden era especially, there used to be a lot of gyms that were from the countryside, and it really helps with the local community where fighters could just stay there, work, get their money, be with their families. But nowadays, a lot of fighters or a lot of gyms have moved into Bangkok, which of course forces the smaller gyms in the countryside having to maybe move their fighters to Bangkok or transfer their fighters to the bigger gyms in Bangkok.
Yeah, you do get a few outliers, a few gyms in the countryside that do prosper. Kiat Mugao was one for a while. They were able to keep a good stable of fighters there, despite being not near the city.
Yeah, Siralak Muay Thai being one of them, located in Udon Thani, and Dam Ram Salakam being located all the way in, Mahas Sarakam.
It's a big change for the fighters as well. A lot of people don't realize it looking from the outside in, but just because a fighter is from Thailand doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to be able to adjust easily to life in the city.
Oh no,
you know, when you're coming from rural Thailand, you might as well be a tourist entering Bangkok at that point.
Oh, and especially when you don't know how the public transport system works, you don't know how the food is like. And for those that don't know, central Thai food can be very different from northeastern Thai or the south or the north, in fact.
Yeah, it really is a whole lifestyle adjustment when you come to Bangkok to train at a gym.
Even the temples look different, the buildings look different.
So coming down to our final 10 seconds of our opening round.
I think it's fair to say, though, the best stadiums and the better gyms are located in Bangkok. That's how it is today, and that's the end of the first round of our fifth bout of the evening. Rolls off the tongue now. Thanks all to you. I think I still got the photo when we were watching it the first time. And now the next time. Might just post that. There's a little cheesy thing, yeah. Gotta get some more photos before the night is over. I'll just sneak it in there. There you see once again MuayThai backstage getting ready for his huge bout of the evening. You got some tattoos like that too, John.
Not as many as that. I think he's definitely got me beat.
I think you'll see the same for M Paradise as well. Let's take a look at some of the action from the first round there. Elbow thrown in early on from the fighter in the blue corner, Bangbon. It's connected really well already. Perhaps we'll start seeing more in the second bout. Don't forget, we've only had just one knockout so far in this fight. Or not in this fight, in this evening so far. That being the first bout. Of course, San Geng Dejpet Sitong with a beautiful performance, winning by TKO in the fourth round against Den Muang Chan. While Mongkon In. Really looking forward to the fights that precede this one as well.
Yeah, lots of action still on tonight's show.
15th Tiger Cement tournament winner, One B Shok Sinayok Tawitapong or One B Shok Sakburiram. Going to take on Desho Babariak. That's in the next bout. Good right hand thrown there already from the fighter in the blue corner, but gets taken down, or the red corner, excuse me.
Yeah. Very aggressive start for him. Just got to be careful of those elbows from the blue corner. Looking very dangerous in that first round. Able to sneak those horizontal elbows up and over the guard of Bangpon. Oh, I'm sorry, Pet Gaolan.
I'm just surprised with the way Pet Gaolan is walking right now. He seems to be walking into trouble most of the time. Doesn't seem too considered for his own well-being at this point. Just continuously walking. What a hook there from the fighter in the red corner.
Yeah, this is where he has to be careful. As we saw Bangpon in that previous round with those elbows. So you see him keeping that chin tucked into his chest. Just trying to wind up for that big right hand, but again, keeping himself wide open for the counter shots. Oh, solid body kick that time.
Yeah, Bangpon ate all of that. Not returning anything just yet. Trying to go for another sweep, but good balance there from Pet Gaolan. Pet Gaolan continuously moving forward. Of course, Pet Gaolan training at Singhamawynn gym, so did the fighter in the last bout, Katapet, Hang Tong Melada. But what does that do to a fighter when he sees his opponent, or teammate, excuse me, lose?
Yeah, especially when he's pretty much watching ringside. I mean, it could fire him up. You know, want to make him avenge that loss, but at the same time, could lessen his confidence. Pet Gaolan is really trying to find that left elbow.
Oh my goodness!
And there it is. Just able to pull the hand down, the right hand of the red corner, and come right over the top of the elbow.
Hit the target right there. And if he was walking early on, he's not walking right now, is he, Pet Gaolan? Well done there from Bangpon, giving Pet Gaolan a lot of trouble in the second round.
Keeping that right hand plastered to his temple right now. He's got to be careful. Oh! Oh! Two elbows unanswered from the blue corner. And he's hurt. It was the leg kick that did the damage.
You'd think it was going to be another elbow that did it, but nope, and that's the end of the fight. A TKO victory in the second round for Bangpon. Look Mahatat. Excellent performance there, faultless in my opinion.
Surprising turn of events as well. Like you said, it seemed like he was going to get them with the elbow. It turned out to be the low kick in the end.
I think that might be the theme for tonight, the unpredictability. And that's exactly what he showed just now. So that's two Singhamawynn fighters lost in a row. And let's not forget, sure, this show is, the promoter of this show is the owner of Singhamawynn. But that doesn't mean he's always going to favor his fighters for this.
No, not at all. You're going to get very evenly matched fights here on the Singhamawynn show.
That's one thing a lot of people won't understand, I must say.
Beautiful pull down elbow there. But in the end, it was that low kick. Very hard to hide the pain of a low kick. You can see him hobbling away immediately.
I mean, if you're stunned, you might be able to hide that quite well, but that low kick, no chance.
There he is, just pulling down that right arm and then firing across the top of the elbow.
I'm just surprised by the amount of elbows he ate in that last round, and to be finished by a low kick in the end.
And there he was, hobbling away. The referee watching very closely, but there was no way he was going to be able to fight anymore. He was hanging onto the ropes. He could barely put any weight on that right leg.
Almost begging the referee for mercy there, by the looks of it. Referee starts counting and almost looked at the referee and said, look, there's no way.
See it again one more time from another angle. Sunk the shin right into the thigh. Goes to show how dangerous low kicks could be in Muay Thai.
เป็นการพบกันระหว่างวันมีโชคสิทธิ์นายกประวิตรตะโกน้ำหนักช่างเช้า122 ปอนด์เป็นฝ่ายแดงพบกับเดโชพอบุรีรัมย์น้ำหนักช่างเช้า122 ปอนด์เป็นฝ่ายน้ำเงิน
Here we go, moving on to our sixth bout of the evening. 122-pound contest between Korat and Songkla. Introducing first the fighter fighting out of the red corner. One Michok Sitnayok to Wittapong, or one Michok Sak Buriram. Female technical fighter coming from Korat province, but training at Buriram province. In his last 3 fights, he's had a decision victory against Satan Fa, Sampon Wiwa, or also known as Satan Fa, Eminent Air. Points lost against Banpet, Sawjaw Lek Mungnon. And a points victory against Mung Siam, Khutom Bokhao. And now moving on to his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, Decho Boborak, a fighter from Songkla who fights with clinch and knees. In his last 3 bouts, he's had a TKO victory in the 4th round against Petlek Gietchachanan. A points loss to Chat Payak Saksatun, and a points loss against Salvo UEFA Bung Dexian. So this morning, initially, Wan Mishok weighed in at 122.4 pounds, only losing 0.4 pounds. His opponent, Decho Bobarak, weighed in at 122.5 pounds, losing 0.5 pounds. So a big rivalry match. Northeastern Thailand versus Southern Thailand. A lot of people would dub Southern Thailand and Northeastern Thailand as the major Muay Thai powerhouses of the country. You've got to give a little bit of the edge to Northeastern Thailand. Just so much great talent
Yeah, you got to
has
say
come from there.
the depth of talent when compared to the South. Definitely got a favor in the Northeast. You could expect probably a step up in level in this fight as well, by the competition, the experience that both these fighters have.
Oh, absolutely. And the opponents I've just named that
Yeah.
Wan Mishok has fought. Satan Fa Eminent Air, a veteran, and he beat him by decision at Channel 7 Stadium. Of course, losing to Ban Pet, Sawjaw Lek Mungnon, Channel 7 Stadium as well. And a huge victory against Mung Siam, Khutom Bokhao. Mung Siam has changed his name recently. Just can't remember top of my head what he's changed it to. Nevertheless, he was on a roll before he changed his name. Quite a superstitious thing, changing your names. Ever since Mung Siam changed his name, which I can't remember what he's called now. He hasn't got a victory yet. I think he's lost three fights in a row, but before that, he was winning 4 or 5 fights in a row. Another thing we could talk about is, of course, Wan Mishok, the 15th Tiger Cement Tournament winner. It was already a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago. You could call it the curse of the Tiger Cement Tournament, so to speak. They win it, they're greeted back in their hometowns or villages as heroes. The local government comes to visit them, there's a huge festival. And after that, they kind of just fall off the map. I mean, one Tiger Cement Tournament winner that is definitely on the map now is Semapet. In recent times, he's won that quite a few years ago and has definitely made a name for himself internationally.
He's lifted the curse.
The only one, though. Could perhaps Wan Mishok do the same thing today?
Just wait for both fighters to get the Mongkong removed again. One of the traditional garbs that every Muay Thai fighter wears to the ring, along with the projets there on the arm. Usually the Mongkong will be representative of the gym, but the projets there on the arm, usually something a little bit more special, meaningful to the fighter.
More closer to home, so to speak.
Yeah.
But that's why you always see fighters in Thailand going above the ropes. That's basically because the Mongkong go below. And that's why where we are today.
Very composed look on the face there of Won Mi Chok. You got to enjoy a fighter who can come out and give that sort of expression. Just shows a wealth of experience.
Won Mi Chok just telling De Show just now, you've gone below the belt. But fun fact of Muay Thai, you're allowed to kick below the belt or in that certain area, but you're not allowed to knee there. Won Mi Chok telling his opponent once again, but it's not encouraged.
Yeah, it's not the most sportsmanlike attack, but the referee won't say anything either.
Let's just say if the fighter has been kicked to the groin and he goes down, the referee will start the count.
Yeah, very different from the way it works in the West.
But if you get kneed there, on the other hand, the fight might end in a disqualification for the fighter who threw that knee.
It's a kind of a strange rule, though, if you think about it, because no matter what you get hit with, it's going to hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
It does the same damage nonetheless.
I don't think punches are allowed down there, though. And thank goodness for that.
Doubling up on the kicks. That show. Not phased by the experience that his opponent brings to the ring tonight.
Yeah, Tiger Cement tournament. So more about that. It's a tournament for fighters under the age of 20 or age of 20 and under, and they're fighting for a prize of 500,000 baht. So you can imagine being a young fighter, and I think it's the most demanding tournament that Muay Thai has to offer. Would be too long to go into detail about how the tournament works. But anyways, Won Mi Chok won that a few years ago.
And it's really life-changing to win a tournament like that, especially from somebody, like we said, who comes from the Northeast. They might not have a lot of opportunities outside of Muay Thai. So to win that kind of prize money, you know, it changes everything for their family. They could set themselves up with a nice piece of property.
Absolutely, and another thing to mention is that tournament, it's not really for fighters who are seen as young prospects, but they're really fighters who just come out of the blue. And they make a name for themselves fighting in the tournament. Maybe they've done a very good job fighting in the provinces, fighting in the villages, and they've been selected for the tournament itself. And they really make a name for themselves after winning it, because the tournament is just that demanding. Some nice kicks thrown from De Show early on in this round, or early on in this fight. Beautiful right hand there thrown from Won Mi Chok, and that's the end of the first round. Not too much yet, of course, in the fight. Once again, a reminder that the fight is scored as a whole, not round by round. So expect more action in the later stages.
Check out some of the replays from that first round in just a second. Don't forget, coming up next, we still have our main event on tonight's show, fight number 7.
That's right, Jom Paranchai, or Jom Bakjo Korat, is going to take on Sangtawan Soparat. Sangtawan, clinch and knee fighter coming out of Buriram. Jom Paranchai, a Fimu fighter, or technical fighter, coming from the south of Thailand. I believe he's training at Singhamawynn gym right now. And there you see there on the screens, M Paradise. Getting his hand grabbed. We've seen a lot of MuayThai, but not so much of M Paradise.
All smiles before he makes his way down to the ring now.
And just a reminder that in that special fight, it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 3-minute rounds and 4-minute breaks.
Something tells me we're not going to see too much Muay femur, though. Should be entertaining, though, nonetheless.
I gotta say, though, I've been looking at MuayThai's fight in the quarterfinals of the tournament against Boom Jensen. Boom Jensen, a lot taller than he was, that he really fought with the Fimu style and won that fight. Not sure where he got that from, but it was absolutely amazing to see.
Got it from prison.
You know what? That actually wouldn't surprise me. Of course, a lot of prisons here in Thailand have a lot of, well, I would say world-class Muay Thai programs. A lot better than some of the gyms I've been to anyways.
Almost ready for our second round in our co-main event.
Nice kick to start things off from Desho, and a beautiful kick there from Won Mi-seok. That kick landed with absolute precision. Desho is gonna look to get one back, and there we go. He does just that.
Oh!
Throws an elbow early on.
Yeah, walked into that one. Looked like it stunned him for a second.
Wow, what a tight lock there from Desho. He is a clinch and knee fighter after all, and he's showing just that.
Was pumping that knee into his midsection after he landed with it.
Just to show that little bit more dominance, just to show the referees why he deserves to win this fight. Beautiful combinations there from Desho Babarak.
And you got to really appreciate a fight like this because, I mean, it's just a battle of two tacticians. And it's all about who could score effectively without getting countered. One mistake could change everything between these two guys. Oh, solid right hand there from Desho. And again, that was the counter to the left body hook.
Yeah, Won Mi-seok going low, but seems to have forgotten to block his face. Or try to cover up that chin at least. And he paid the price for that. And more solid hands coming in from the fighter in the blue corner, Desho. Another elbow thrown, but a return from Won Mi-seok.
Oh, solid right hand down the middle that time, but takes one back, and he calls him on.
Oh, this is only the second round. I'm excited for what we're going to see next. My goodness. Going for those knees already, Desho. People really underrate how much thought goes into the clinch and knee style. Because not only are you worrying about what you're going to do with those knees, but sometimes you have to think about throwing that elbow when the opportunity presents itself.
Right, without getting countered as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Good body work still coming in from Won Mi-seok. Drawing a smile from Desho.
Nice kick there once again from the fighter from the south, Desho Babarak.
Trying to work those feints, Desho, and that's exactly what he's going to have to do because just throwing one thing at a time, he's not going to be able to catch the red corner. He's going to have to set up those shots, use the feints.
Beautiful sweep there from Won Mi-seok, Sinayota Wittapong. And of course, he is a female fighter or a technical fighter, and you expect that. Trying to go for the uppercut there, but pays the price with a elbow coming in from Desho. Desho still pushing on, throwing a beautiful, what is that, a straight elbow there. That's the end of the second round, and what a round it was. Not sure if Desho has started the aggression a little bit too early in this bout. But
yeah, started to turn things up inside the clinch.
But definitely not going to complain about that. Wonderful fight we're seeing here. Even though Desho has lost 2 fights in a row so far, not sure if the pressure's going to get to him, but the way he's fighting there shows that he's absolutely up for it. Of course, don't forget the upcoming fight, the main event of the evening, Jom Bakjo Korat taking on Rung Sang Tawan Soparat. And there you see the fighters in the main event on your screens, Jom Bakjo Korat and Rung Sang Tawan Soparat. Another female versus knee fight. Let's take a look at some of the action there from the second round. A lot to talk about there, and some hands thrown from Desho. Oof. I think that would put a lot of other fighters to sleep. And of course, one thing we could also talk about is the body work from Won Mi-seok. Perhaps he's taking a look at Desho's previous fight and has spotted a weakness. Desho, of course, relentless in his attacks, returning with some shots of his own, but Won Mi-seok leads him on. I think still fair to say that was a slow start or slow first 2 rounds from Won Mi Chok.
Yeah, but like you said before the previous round ended, you got to imagine this is really going to explode.
Oh yes, absolutely. The 3rd round of our co-main event of the evening.
Desho looking very fired up before he came out of the corner. Right away on the attacks with the kicks.
It's the fighter doing the walking right now and doing the attacking. Some nice knees thrown there from Desho.
Yeah, just able to make that space. Had that tight lock around the neck of Won Mi Chok. Again, he's really just wrenching down on that neck. He's using all his body weight.
And 3 knees in a row. Unanswered from Won Mi Chok. And what can he do when he's in a lock like that? I think it's fair to say that at this point, Won Mi Chok really has to start to wake up.
Yeah, he's got to find a way to keep this fight on the outside. Looked better for him when he was using the body punches. Attacking with the kicks. But
Desho almost trying to just wrestle or force his opponent to the ground, showing absolute dominance. It's beautiful to see.
Good catch and counter, though, from Won Mi Chok. Takes another one, but gives the right hand back.
Still persistent forward movement from Desho, who just receives another kick, but gives one in return.
And using those kicks to get himself inside the clinch as well, close the distance. So really double is effective because they're landing to the body of Won Mi Chok. Then he's able to draw him in, get into the clinch, work the knees.
And another big lock there from the fighter in the right corner, but a return knee from Won Mi Chok. And this match has really got it started now.
Oh!
Trying to go for a sweep there, but good balance there from Desho. Desho still on his feet, still moving forward. Some beautiful handwork and some beautiful kick there from the fighter in the blue corner. Still persistent, still walking. Nice right kick there from the fighter in the red corner, who continues to go on the back foot but tries to throw an elbow, but receives 2 knees for his effort. Looking at his corner once again, Won Mi Chok. Kick for kick there for both fighters, and a beautiful knee down the middle once again from Desho, who continues to walk forward on the ropes now. Won Mi Chok
Fighting effectively though off the ropes. Got to give it to him, Won Mi Chok.
Absolutely, that seems to be where he's most comfortable.
Able to avoid taking any knees that time inside the clinch.
Maybe perhaps it's just a part of his game plan, because when you're at the ropes and you're locked up in the clinch, that's where the referees tend to try to separate you.
Good catch and fire back that time from the red corner. Looking very confident as we come to the end of this 3rd round.
Beautiful kicks there thrown from both fighters. That's the end of the 3rd round. Desho looks very satisfied with his performance there.
Entertaining round. Good performances by both fighters. Neither one really wanted to give an inch in that round. And again, we still have the big round coming up, round number 4. You got to imagine it's only going to get more intense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Despite Desho's work in that round, and from what we see from Won Mi Chok, there's no clear winner just yet. Not until the 4th round happens, so to speak.
Lively crowd here at Rajadamnern Stadium for our Singhamawynn show, sponsored by SKS Empire for all your Muay Thai equipment gear. SKSBoxingShop.com.
Not sure which fan club they belong to, MuayThai or M Paradise.
See some of the highlights from that 3rd round. So spent a lot of time on the ropes, Won Mi Chok, but very effective fighting when he's back up against the ropes like that. Able to score with the body kicks. Inside the clinch though, Desho still looking very dangerous. Was able to lock that head up of his opponent, score at the knees. See him trying to use that crossface there, but almost off balance inside the clinch. But this next round going to be very telling.
I don't know about you, John, but I'm really pumped up for this 4th round here. Still anyone's match. Of course, Wonmichok, Singhamawynn Tawitapong in the red corner, and Decho Boparak in the blue corner. I try to say Wonmichok's gym name without getting tongue twisted. My goodness. And now it's Wonmichok going in for the clinch, locking the lower body. Still forward movements coming in from Decho Boparak. Nice knee there, and a beautiful lock there. Wonmichok doesn't have any answers right now, unless some returns from the fight in the red corner. Beautiful knee straight down the middle from Wonmichok.
Yeah, starting to come to life now inside the clinch. Oh!
Beautiful knee down the sides there by Wonmichok.
Trying to soften up the midsection of his opponent. Kick for kick now. What a fight this is turning out to be.
Absolutely, you gotta love a fight with back and forth action just like this one, just like what we're seeing right there. What a knee there for Wonmichok.
And again, inside the clinch, all about who could get that last knee off first. Neither fighter wanting to absorb that last shot. Good sweep there from Wonmichok.
Wonmichok really coming to life again in here in this 4th round. And a beautiful lock there. I'm not sure if you can see on the screens, but he was locking the legs of Decho so he can't throw any knees. Absolutely beautiful technical work there from the fight in the red corner. Straight back into the clinch once again as Wonmichok urges his opponent on. And another beautiful sweep there from Wonmichok. Beautiful Fiumu style.
Yeah, this is showing dominance. Wonmichok, exceptional performance for him right now.
You gotta love a fight with a beautiful Fiumu style, just like Wonmichok.
Oh! The right hand coming in from the blue corner, but again, Wonmichok able to counter.
Yeah, good timing of that one. Wonmichok was going with the kick there, and then out of nowhere, that hand came in from Decho, and then another beautiful knee there from Decho, but receives a knee down the back once again.
Sneaky tactics from him as well, just trying to bend the head over of Wonmichok.
Yeah,
over the
why
ropes.
not? Anything that gives it an advantage, why not do it?
Yeah.
Ate a kick there. Decho, Wonmichok with another beautiful roundhouse kick to the ribs.
Decho still very aggressive, very dangerous. With 20 seconds left to go in his 4th round.
Trying to put on a lock there, Decho, but Wonmichok seems to have figured him out there. It's a beautiful kicking exchange coming into the final seconds of the 4th round.
What a round.
Absolutely tremendous.
Both fighters looking very, very pleased with their work in that round. Still got 3 minutes to go. And this one is not, no one is far enough ahead on the scorecards to dance around in this 5th round.
No way. We're going to see an absolute war in the 5th round. There's no doubt about it.
Both fighters fired up, their cornermen fired up.
The fans are fired up too.
Yeah.
And so are we here in the commentary table right next to ringside, or right at ringside. Best seats in the house. I mean, you've got to love the action here at Rajadamnern Stadium. There's no other atmosphere like it anywhere else in the world. I say it once again, if you come to Bangkok and you don't come to Rajadamnern Stadium, you haven't been to Bangkok.
So check out some of the highlights in just a second. Might as well replay that whole round because the entire 3 minutes was a highlight.
I just love how neither fighter wanted to let the other one have the advantage. Whatever one fighter threw, the other one had to reply or answer. You see some knees down the middle there from Wonmichok, and that elbow coming in as well. Absolutely relentless from both fighters. And that kick definitely scored a lot for Wonmichok.
Yeah, beautiful catch and counters. Again, that's that Muay femur, that fight IQ that we talk about. Able to keep his wits about him despite getting hit. He's still able to counter effectively.
I gotta say, if you ask me, one of the best matchups is if you put a FIMU fighter or a technical fighter against a clinch and knee fighter. Really makes the FIMU fighter have to work.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to get that aggression coming in from a clinch fighter. They're going to be walking forward that whole time.
Absolutely, and the fans are absolutely behind the fighters right now, and their corners are absolutely behind the fighters. Now it's time for both MuayThai and Desho Bawarak to show what they can do in this 5th round. It's anyone's fight.
Picking right up where they left off. Good body kicks from MuayThai, but Desho reaching for that knee, getting up and over the guard.
That's absolutely tremendous how he managed to get his knees above MuayThai's knees. You thought MuayThai had a good fence there. It wasn't to be though. Nice left kick there, a nice right kick from front of the blue corner as well. Good teep straight down the middle as Desho continues to march forward despite receiving a lot of damage, so to speak. Beautiful blocks there from Desho Bawarak.
Scored nice with that body kick, but
seems to me that both fighters are very confident with what they've done so far. Both fighters think they've won the fight.
Yeah, but again, this one very close. Could go either way.
Oh, way too close.
So I'm sure the referee is going to intervene soon and try to get both fighters to engage here, but they both felt they've done enough.
There we go, the referee saying that more needs to be done, or we want to see more. The fighters saying, nah.
We decide not to.
Absolutely.
But again, some of the Westerners that do come to the stadium, they don't always understand what's happening in the ring, and they're of the mindset where if they pay for a ticket, they want to see 5 full rounds of action.
Especially in a close fight like this, one mistake will cost the entire match, and it's quite obvious that none of the fighters want to make that mistake, and at the same time, both of them are very confident with what they've done so far. And here's a second warning from the referee. Let's see what the fighters have to say.
So just going through the motions here, turning into a bit of acting.
Yep, ignored once again, just like my high school text messages.
So 40 seconds left in our 5th and final round, but at this point can't expect much.
Yeah, let's not forget that these fighters might fight in 21 more days. May not want to risk further damages, but I really think the actual reasoning behind this is that they don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, again, it is their livelihood, so no use of taking any damage if you don't have to, like you said.
Both the corners have told them there's no need to continue fighting, but let's see which corner has got it wrong.
Yeah, it's a risky move because, one corner is going to have it wrong, unless it's a draw.
Well, still, that's not what
either.
Yeah,
it kind of negates the whole purpose of having a big crowd of spectators.
That's the end of our co-main event of the evening. MuayThai Singhamawynn in the red corner and Desho Bawarak in the blue corner. Let's see which fighter has got it wrong.
So the referee will make his way around the ring, collect all the scorecards from our ringside judges.
There's the second judge, and now moving on to the third judge. Let's see how the referees has scored this one here. Or the judges scored this one here. And it's a win for the blue corner, Desho Bawarak. The fighter who moved forward, the fighter who threw more knees, gets the victory. Absolutely well done there from Desho Bawarak. Puts an end to his losing streak of 2 fights in a row.
No complaints from MuayThai as well when your referee was reading off the cards. Very close battle.
Definitely very hard to judge there for us anyways who aren't referees or judges. Of course, we've still got 2 bouts to go tonight. So let's go through some of the results that we've seen here tonight. Sangeng Depesitong won by TKO in the 4th round against Nen Mung Chan Mongkon In. Second bout. Sirichok Sopongabon won by decision against Munglek Bangkok Alayon. In the third bout, Sao Sapsambun Form won by decision against Kunsai Sitnayok Tawitapong. Fourth bout, Kata Pet Hang Thong Melada or Kata Pet Singhamawynn lost by decision to Gong Pop Bo Suksan. Fifth bout, Pet Gaulan Singhamawynn lost by TKO in the second round to Bangpon Luk Mahatat, and that was due to low kicks. The sixth bout, fight we just saw just now, One Michok Sitnayok Tawitapong or One Michok Sakburam lost by decision against Desho Boborak, and fair to say that was easily the best fight of the evening.
Yeah, very entertaining battle. Going to be hard to follow that one up, but still got 2 more bouts to see if that happens.
There you see Jom Paranchai or Jom Bakjo Korat making his final blessings before entering the ring. Of course, Jom Paranchai coming from, or Jom Bakjo Korat coming from the famous Paranchai gym. Known for some very good fighters. Got Singh Paranchai, San Paranchai, Kyo Paranchai. Of course, the new generation is also there. Got George Paranchai as well, Mek Paranchai. An absolute hotbed for Muay Thai at Paranchai Muay Thai Gym, located in Nakhon Si Thammarat in southern Thailand. There you see his opponent making his way into the ring. Rung Sang Tawan Soparat, formerly known as Tawan Suk Sit Obun Chop. Hasn't been so active, Jom Paranchai or Jom Bakjo Korat. He's fought only 2 times in the last year. But that may also have to do with the, of course, restrictions that we've seen throughout the country. But it's great to have Muay Thai back again, especially at this level, especially seeing all the fans in attendance here at the arena. But let's get to the fighters' introduction for our main event of the evening. Fighting in the right corner, Jom Bakjo Korat or Jom Paranchai. Fighting out of Surat Thani in southern Thailand. He's a Muay Fimu fighter. In his last 4 fights, he's had a draw against Patihan Polakbun, a decision victory against Pet Morgot Sitnayok Tawitapong, points victory against Big Bang Shaw Koyaha Isuzu, and a points lost against Petsukovit Boy Bangna. He weighed in initially this morning at 135.9 pounds. Of course, the fight is at 135 pounds. So lost 0.9 pounds this morning. His opponent in the blue corner, Rung Sang Tawan Soparat, fighter from Buriram in the northeastern part of Thailand. He's a clinch and knee fighter. In his last 4 bouts, he's had a points victory against Tep But Pet Git Pet, a TKO loss in the 3rd round against Tep But Pet Git Pet, a points loss against Extra Rong Sabat Albajor Udon Thani, and a points victory against Egmongkon Fairtex at Lumpini Stadium. So he came in at 136 pounds, lost 1 pound this morning. May have been more tiring for him, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Maybe we see some fighters lose 4 pounds in the morning, but managed to win the fight regardless. And of course, this may be the main event of the evening, but it isn't our final bout. Coming up next, our special match, the Gan Kangdung Tournament Finals. MuayThai taking on M Paradise. And trust me, you want to stick around for that fight. You absolutely want to stick around for that fight. Watching former gangsters or former inmates take on each other.
What can't be entertaining about that?
It's the best form of television, to ask me.
So for some reason, well, I know it's not a typical fight to freedom event because these fighters already have their freedom. But I don't think a show like that or a system like that would work in the States.
Yeah, why not?
I just see the prisoner running away at the first chance they get.
But don't get us wrong, though. There's a lot of police in attendance as well when those fights happen.
That's definitely motivation to stick around.
Yeah, I think more often than not. And just remember, being able to fight outside of prison, that's a privilege.
Yeah, they really have to earn that. And to have that taken away from you, it's detrimental.
And of course, I haven't been really involved in any sort of prison fight, so to speak. But from what I've heard, they seem to be treated the best, these prison fighters. So not a privilege you want taken away from you when you've lost your freedom in the first place. Final instructions there from the referee. John Bakjo Korat, of course, in the red corner. I believe he's training out of Paranchai Muay Thai gym right now. Or excuse me, Singhamawynn Muay Thai gym right now, located here in Bangkok. Beautiful facilities there. Rebuilt quite recently. They moved locations, and now it's a very, very modern gym. So modern that I even think Superbon has started to train there now.
Sponsoring a lot of big fighters.
Yeah, of course. Superbon to back out. Superbon, of course, worldwide superstar. Might be in attendance here tonight. I mean, last time I was here in the Singhamawynn show, of course, where Lobo took on the Palcao, or not the Palcao, excuse me, Shadow Singhamawynn. There was Trainer Gay in attendance too. For those that don't know, Trainer Gay, of course, easily, I would say, the most popular, most famous trainer today.
Bit of a legend around the social media circles.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's got over 1 million followers on Facebook now, and just above 500,000 on Instagram. Just shows the reach of Muay Thai, where it can go.
Really cares about his fighters as well. I mean, you can see when Superbon performs, there's often video clips of him that go around on social media celebrating, and it's quite entertaining to watch him dancing around.
A lot of people ask me why Trainer Gay doesn't join Superbon to Singapore. Simply because the man likes his freedom. He doesn't like to be put on lockdown and put in quarantine when he returns back to Thailand.
It's not for everybody.
Absolutely not. You can imagine a man with 2 American bully dogs at home. Don't really want to be separated from them for too long. They're quite adorable. I mean, sometimes you see these training photos or training videos and see the dogs just goofing around in the gym as well. And as we expected, a slow start from fighters in the main event, but a good kick there from Jom. Jom, of course, using his new sponsor name for the first time today, Bakjo Korat. Nice to see him back in the ring for his first bout in 2022. Another beautiful kick there from Jom Bakjo Korat.
Yeah, very patient start so far to our main event.
What I notice about the fighters from Paranchai, they all have names in one syllable. Meg, George, Kyo, San. Sure, miss a lot of people out.
George just doesn't have the same ring as the other ones, though.
Well, George is half Thai, so I think he deserves to have to use his normal name. Half English, of course, George Paranchai.
It's one syllable, but it's a little bit of a stretch. It's a long one syllable.
Yeah, it is. Well, if you compare it to the other names that I've named that I've recently listed, it's also Bin Paranchai.
But you get that a lot around Thailand, especially in the Muay Thai scene. There's almost a theme to the fighters' names around certain gyms.
Yeah, let's talk about Simbi Muay Thai as well. Every fighter is named after the gym owner, so they might be called Kompatak, Betpatak, gym owner Kompatak, or some of the lines of that.
Good solid high kick attempt there from Rajadamnern in the blue corner. We come down to our final few seconds of our opening rounds of our main event.
If we judge the last opponents of each fighter, I've got to say, I think Rajadamnern has definitely fought the more bigger names. We see, of course, Theobot Pet in there, who is now actually retired. I believe he's gone to Japan as a trainer. But of course, it's been a great night of action so far here at Rajadamnern Stadium. We've gone through 7 bouts, and of course, one more to go. This is the main event and the special bout afterwards. MuayThai taking on M Paradise.
Should be a very, very entertaining affair.
Just another reminder that they are prisoners, or former prisoners. Keep gonna have to add in that former. Just not scare any of our attendees here at the arena.
I don't think they even know.
Don't think I've seen as much tattoos in the arena as I do right now. Surely some of the friends, and there you see right there, M Paradise.
All smiles before the fight as well. I mean, you know.
Yeah, talking to his opponent right there.
Yeah.
MuayThai.
They know what they're here for, and that's it. You know, when it's done, it's done.
MuayThai, of course, in the quarterfinals, winning against Boom Jensen, and in the semifinals, winning against Sir Dusit. In Paradise, on the other hand, winning against Art Yai Pet Marie, and in the semifinals, Sawai Jailai, all winning by points. Maybe the thought of having 300,000 baht or being 300,000 baht richer may amped up a knockout tonight.
Yeah, because, you know, we joke around about the whole prison fight thing, but on a more serious note, there's not many opportunities for people that come out of prison, you know, in society. You know, that goes for anywhere really in the world. It's very difficult to find a job. You're probably going to be doing menial labor work. So to have these opportunities, it's really special. And to do that through Muay Thai and showcase the culture at the same time, it's great.
Yeah, you'd love to have these second chances, and why not?
Yeah. Wonderful thing that Singhamawynn is doing. And don't forget, our show is sponsored by SKS Empire.
The equipment you see, what the fighters are wearing, SKS Empire. Nice block there from John Paranchai, and it's going to be difficult for Rajadamnern because John Paranchai, a technical fighter, a female fighter, can be very difficult to fight against. Usually, technical fighters or female fighters possess a high ring IQ, just like that. Could block almost anything their opponents are throwing.
Yeah, it's just like a wall of defense. The red corner. Anything that comes in, you can see he's very, very, very quick to catch. Strong defensively as well. Sometimes a fighter with a strong kick will be able to off-balance their opponent, even when they do defend, but you see that's not the case here.
I'm not sure how many kicks Rajadamnern has thrown, but however many it was, Jom has blocked them all, just like that.
See, I mean, aside from his hair shifting a little bit, he's barely moving.
It's quite obvious that those chins, they have been trained ever since he was a child. Just like that. Probably had no effect in whatsoever to have blocked that with his shins. And a block there from Rajadamnern, but can't say there was the style just wasn't as nice as Jom's block.
Nah, little last second resort to get that knee up there to block.
Not as elegant. That's the best way to put it. But one kick gets him through for Rajadamnern. Well done there.
Solid body kick.
Almost like a sense of accomplishment there for Rajadamnern. But Rajadamnern, he's not a fighter that's known for his kicks. He's more a fighter that's known for his clinch and knee style, which often or not we've seen come into the third round from the clinch and knee fighters throughout the night. Nice block once again from Jom.
Just really making it look so effortless. Trying to come over the top with a nice sharp elbow that time.
Nice knee there thrown from the fighter in the red corner, but maybe he doesn't want to stay in the clinch for too long since that's exactly where Rajadamnern likes to be.
So 30 seconds to go in our second round. This one's scheduled for 5. Oh!
Oh! What a right hand there from Jom Bakjo Khorat with Jom Paranchai. Absolutely beautiful. Hit on the mark.
The flexibility as well before that punch. He was able to get that kick up and over the guard of his opponent.
Jom's defense is something of beauty. Absolutely beautiful how he's been able to block all those shots coming in from Rung Santawon just like that. And that's the end of our second round of our main event of the evening. Still a very hard match to score, or how could you score that one? But beautiful defense shown early on from Jom Paranchai. Jom, of course, a technical fighter coming from Surat Thani in the southern part of Thailand. Trained for a lot of his time at Nakhon Si Thammarat province, also in the southern part of Thailand, but I believe now he trains at Singhamawynn, from what I hear.
So we'll check out some of the highlights in just a moment. Things really starting to turn up in that second round.
I think it's fair to say the biggest shot thrown in that round was the right hand coming in from Jom Paranchai. Or was it the left? Either way. The hand was thrown, the punch was connected, and Rung Santawon definitely felt that. And he's going to put his guard a lot higher in the third round, I believe.
See those body kicks coming in from Jom. Just switching up tactics. At one point he was able to land that overhand right. Looked really powerful shot. Trying to come over the top of the elbows, but good positioning with the arms there from Rung Santawon.
The high kick there. Almost connected, but that right hand definitely connected without a shadow of a doubt. And looking by the facial expressions of Rung Santawon, he definitely felt that one. He cannot afford to receive much more of those. That's for certain. And here we go. Third round of our main event of the evening. Jom Bakjo Khorat in the red corner and Rung Santawon Parat in the blue corner, and a beautiful kick connecting from the fight of the blue corner, and didn't connect with too much of that in the second round, and finally manages to get one through. Beautiful knees there thrown from the fighter in the red corner. Determined to stay in the clinch.
Yeah, he's trying to get that good positioning, but oh, solid knee back though from Jom. Able to use that left hand to push the head back of Rung Santawon as well. Looking just as proficient inside the clinch, the red corner.
Nice block there from the fighter in the blue corner, but that elbow sneaks through for the fighter in the red corner, Jom. Jom once again determined to stay in the clinch, but uses his gloves to block the face of Rung Santawon, which might irritate him a little bit. Jom looking very strong here in this third round.
Yeah, able to score that final knee across the back of his opponent.
It's as if Rung Santawon told him he's a knee fighter, and Jom just went, so what? I can fight in there as well. I'm an all-rounded fighter, so why not?
Keeps landing that left elbow just as Rung Santawon comes into the clinch.
Straight down the middle with those knees and an elbow trying to go through, but beautiful defense from Rung Santawon, and returns with a straight knee of his own, and that's going to score him a lot of points.
Good slapping knee that time from Jom. Follows up a one down the middle.
I like Jom's determination, despite being so good with defense, despite being a technical fighter. He doesn't have no problems going inside and fighting in the clinch with a clinch fighter like Rung Santawon. Rung Santawon now putting up his guard, but still the knees go through for Jom.
Yeah, and Jom just seems to have that better positioning with the hands inside the clinch.
Beautiful balance there from Jom Paranchai, and of course the balance in Muay Thai is very important. Could either lose the fight or win the fight for a certain fighter. Oh! Straight down the middle there from Rung Santawon.
Yeah, looking better now. Follows up with another one.
But they were a very good lock there from Jom. Trying to go in with the elbow there, but not really connecting for Jom. straight knee down the middle there from Jom, who comes back with an elbow. Rung Sang, the one coming back with some heavy knees.
Yeah, this one, if you're a fan of clinch fighting, this is definitely the fight for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Been an absolute war the past 3 minutes inside the clinch. Knees, elbows, beautiful technique.
You've got to see some spectacular defense, of course, in the second round. Hard fight to call now. That's the end of the third round.
Both fighters looking very confident as they make their way back to their corners. Really exceptional work from both.
Yeah, I've got to say, even though we've gone past 3 rounds, you still can't really score a winner for that. Maybe a slight edge for Jom, who's...
Yeah, he just seemed to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more output, control the clinch a little bit more.
And a little bit more all-rounded.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Was using the elbows instead, in addition to the knees. And you got to imagine we're just going to see a lot more of this in the next 3 minutes.
How they keep on going like this, I'll never know. Of course, to be a Muay Thai fighter is not that easy, or not easy at all. It's a very demanding training regime.
Full-time job, if you think about it. Train twice a day, 6 days a week.
There's no surprises. A lot of fighters, they get burnt out by their early 20s, but it's the best fighters that are able to keep on pushing through.
Yeah, a lot of the Muay femur fighters, really, because they take the least amount of damage. I mean, you see guys like Samay, he's been fighting for decades, and he's almost close to his retirement. He was going to retire, but he decided to have a couple more fights, and he's going to be back in the ring.
Yeah, of course, on the 12th of May, right here at Rajadamnern Stadium. Definitely a fight you don't want to miss. Samay being gone for the ring gone from the 5-round circuit for 6 years.
Yeah, spent a lot of time fighting internationally. Had a lot of success out there, but again, he's coming back to where he all started, so it's going to be a different world when he comes back to the stadium.
Fair to say, though, it's a very different fighting style when you compare internationally to right here in Thailand.
Yeah.
Beautiful kick to start things off there from Jom Paranchaya as they both get into the clinch. Beautiful knee down the middle from Jom. Defensively sound also in the clinch. Knee right at the back. Jom Bakjokorat doing a very good job to start this 4th round. We didn't see too much walking from him from the early rounds, but seems he's determined to do just that now. Nice knee down the middle again. Both fighters exchanging.
Somebody's cut. It looks like somebody's cut. Maybe not.
Hopefully we try to get a closer look, but I think you're right. Perhaps that's Rung Sang, the one cut just right above the left eye, I imagine. That's right.
Yeah. Or it might be coming down from the hairline. It's hard to tell, but some blood trickling down.
I think it's just right above the left eyebrow there. A beautiful elbow there, thrown from Jom.
Really taking control of this round. Exceptional work from him. Yeah, now you can see the cut.
Dripping into his eyes as well, and that could have a huge effect on his performance.
Good slapping knees, followed up by one down the middle there from Jom. And the referee's going to call a timeout and have the ringside doctor take a look at that cut.
And rightfully so. I mean, look at the blood just pouring.
Yeah, that's a big gash.
And straight into the left eye. But Decho is showing that he can continue fighting. Let's see what the doctor has to say, though.
Split in about 2 different places, but yeah.
And that's it. That's it. The doctor calls the fight. A TKO victory in the 4th round for Jom. Absolutely beautiful performance. And at times, you got to say he was absolutely faultless. Took it to Rung Sang Tawan and fought him in his game.
Yeah, disappointed look on the face there of Rung Sang Tawan, but when the cut is split like that, almost like a crow's foot, there's not much you could do.
Oh, it's just one of those things he just has to accept.
So solid performance there from Jom. We'll see some of the action. There's that rising right elbow through the guard that opened up the cut above that left eye of Singhamawynn. Was able to sneak it through, and then he started just working those knees inside the clinch, slapping the sides, going down the middle. Dominant performance from the red corner. See that rising elbow from a different angle there. Caught him right down the middle, snapping the head back of Singhamawynn.
They're going to do entrances and what?
กลับมาที่สนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินนะครับอยู่กับมิสเตอร์บอกแล้วก็โค้ชชิโร่ครับสวัสดีครับโค้ชครับโอ้โหขึ้นเวทีมาแล้วบอกว่านอนเรื่อยๆครับผมโอ้โหสดๆเลยนะครับเรื่องของมาจากรุ่นแสนตะวันนะครับคุณผู้ชมครับเดินทางมาถึงมวยรอบการละ1 ไฟล์บายสิงห์นาวินนะครับแล้วก็แจ้งให้กับพี่ๆน้องๆในวงการมวยได้รับทราบนะครับว่ามวยคู่นี้มีการชิงเงินรางวัล300,000 บาทครับผมผู้ชนะมอบ100,000 บาทรวมกับโรเตอร์เซียนสิงห์มาวินมอบอีก200,000นะครับเป็น300,000 บาทมอบให้กับการกุศลครับและ100,000 บาทณตอนนี้นะครับมีการตกลงเรียบร้อยครับจะมอบให้กับกองทุนสวัสดิการเพื่อแฟนมวยนะครับทุกท่านเลยนะครับ100,000 บาทนะครับ100,000 บาทในรอบนี้นะครับรอบใหญ่ที่แก้บางคนรับทราบไปด้วยนะครับรวมไปถึงคณะกรรมการนะครับพี่ๆน้องๆซีมวยครับว่ามวยรอบครั้งนี้จัดขึ้นมานะครับ100,000 บาทมอบให้กับกองทุนสวัสดิการเพื่อแฟนมวยเพราะว่าในช่วงโควิดที่ผ่านมาครับพี่โค้ชครับผมพี่น้องของเราเนี่ยนะครับบรรดาพี่น้องแฟนมวยซีมวยเนี่ยติดโควิดบ้างเสียชีวิตจากโควิดบ้างใช้เงินไปเยอะมากแล้วก็รายการนี้นะครับจะจัดมวยในวันที่20 มิถุนายนใช่ครับเป็นรายการรวมใจของคนมวยนะครับแล้วก็จะมีเงินจากการรับ1 ไฟล์บายสิงห์มาวิน100,000 บาทอีก200,000 บาทเนี่ยเดี๋ยวเรียนบอลไลน์แล้วก็ฉุยใต้รวมไปถึงพี่น้องทั้ง10 คนในร่วมกันจะนำไปมอบให้กับการกุศลทุกคนมีส่วนร่วมในงานครั้งนี้ของทุกคนนะจะเป็นที่ครับผมก็ทุกคนที่มีส่วนร่วมในการจัดการนี้ก็จะต้องโค้ชครับในวันที่20 มิถุนายนนะครับในวันที่20 มิถุนายนที่บรรดาพี่น้องวงการมวยจะจัดมวยรายการใหญ่กันที่นี่ครับสนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินจะมีคนตัวลายเป็นชก2 คู่ด้วย2 คู่ครับพี่ป๋องครับแน่นอนนะก็มีพุ่งเย็นเส้นเจอกับสอยใจร้ายถูกต้องแล้วก็มีแอร์รถอยากจะล้างตากับเสือดุสิตโอ้โหเครื่องนี้หักเงินโอนครับผมเขาบอกว่าขาดใจทั้งคนดูและนักชมถูกต้องครับคู่แล้วก็จะมีมวยคู่แบบจัดเต็มแบบเทียบเลยครับวันนั้นก็เป็นรายการใหญ่ที่ไปขอความร่วมมือจากโปรโมเตอร์แข่งหน้าของเมืองไทยนะครับเดี๋ยวรอดูนะมันจะที่20 มิถุนายนแต่ตอนนี้รอไม่ไหวแล้วครับคุณโค้ชรู้สึกว่าจะพร้อมแล้วพร้อมมากด้วยครับวันนี้เพราะฉะนั้นนี่ครับแขกผู้เกียรติทุกท่านนะครับพี่น้องแฟนบอลที่ติดตามรับชมการถ่ายทอดสดอยู่นะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นห้องทำแบบนะครับเว็บไซต์ r2b.tv เพจ Facebook ของมวยสด.com ครับแล้วก็ทางด้านของ YouTube ของมวยสดนะครับแล้ว YouTube ของมวยชิโร่เพจการครั้ง1 บายโคมซีโร่นี่เราแบบหลากหลายช่องทางมากครับแนะนำนักมวยมุมแดงดีกว่านักมวยมุมแดงก็บอกว่ากองเชียร์เนี่ยโดยตรงแล้ว14 จังหวัดมีแน่ๆครับผมแล้วก็เป็นตัวแทนทางภาคใต้แล้วก็บอกก่อนว่าเนื้อตัววันนี้มาแบบ100%มากเลยเขาเป็นคนตั้งใจตั้งแต่ว่าจะชกหน่อยไม่หรอกนะครับตั้งใจที่ซ้อมเตรียมตัวมาตลอดนะครับแล้วก็วันนี้ก็มั่นใจว่าจะคว้าแชมป์ได้แน่ครับผมเพราะฉะนั้นอย่าเสียเวลาเลยดีกว่านะครับนักชกมุมแดงครับจากภาคใต้นะครับขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้กับชุยใต้
ลากไก่พร้อมปะทะไม่มีกลัวใครวัดกันหมัดต่อหมัดให้มันรู้ไปสู้กันบนเวทีอยู่กลางแสงไฟกาละครั้งหนึ่งสิงห์มาวินเราจัดให้วินกาละ
ชุยใต้ครับกองเชียร์เสียงดังมากวันนี้ต้องบอกกันว่ายกขบวนมาจากใต้เลยนะครับแต่ว่าเสือดุสิตอะไรทำไมอยู่ฝั่งนี้กันหมดอ่ะไม่รู้ยังไงนะทำไมอยู่ฝั่งนี้ครับไม่ใช่ฝั่งน้ำเงินนะเมื่อกี้นะก็เป็นที่ชุยใต้ก็คือฝ่ายแดงนะต่อไปนะจะเป็นนักชกฝ่ายน้ำเงินนะพี่ผมก็บอกก่อนว่าเมื่อกี้เป็นนักมวยที่เป็นตัวแทนภาคใต้ผมขออย่างนี้ฝ่ายน้ำเงินเป็นนักมวยตัวแทนภาคกลางโอ้โหต้องบอกกันว่าสองคนเสียงก็เสียงมาแล้วมาจนถึงนักชิงนะครับเพื่อการเสียเวลาแล้วก็บอกว่าเต็ง1เต็ง2เจอกันแหละคู่นี้ครับผมเป็นคู่ชิงแชมป์ในฝันอยู่แล้วเพื่อการเสียเวลานะเรานำทุกคนมาพบกับพาราได
ลากไก่พร้อมปะทะไม่มีกลัวใครวัดกันหมัดต่อหมัดให้มันรู้ไปสู้กันบนเวทีอยู่กลางแสงไฟกาละครั้งหนึ่งสิงห์มาวินเราจัดให้วินวินกาละครั้งหนึ่งวินวินสิงห์มาวินมาวินวินกาละครั้งหนึ่งวินวินสิงห์มาวินมาวิน
วันนี้พี่ใหญ่ของเรานะครับบางมัดยอมตันนะครับบางมัดยอมตันก็มาเชียร์ด้วยเชียร์ไทยตั้งแต่ก็มาถอดมงคลให้กับมาได้นะครับพี่คาถาดีหรือเปล่าไม่รู้แต่ว่าถ้านักมวยเนี่ยคู่นี้บอกว่าเบียดกันสีแล้วคนถอดมงคลทั้งสองฝั่งแล้วบอกว่าฝั่งของชุยใต้ใครก็บอกว่าพี่สองทักษิณโอ้โหถอดมงคลแล้วชุยใต้ครับโอ้สนุกอ่ะแค่คนถอดมงคลก็สนุกแล้วนะครับชุยใต้ที่สองทักษิณนะครับส่วนในบ้านของเอ็มอะไรนี่บังมัดพร้อมตันครับผมหมอย่านในเลยนะครับนี่รอไปพาไปพบวันบ้างกันเพราะว่าเอ็มเอาชนะนะเดี๋ยวไปพบกันต่อคุณผู้ชมและแขกผู้เกียรติทุกท่านนะครับวันนี้สิ้นสุดการรอคอยแล้วนะครับสำหรับมวยรอบกลางคัน1ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินนะครับที่มี10นักชกคนตัวลายที่เคยหลงผิดเข้าไปอยู่ในเรือนจำและทุกคนพ้นโทษออกมานะครับแล้วก็ขอโอกาสในการสร้างประโยชน์สู่สังคมด้วยการจัดชกมวยรอบครั้งนี้และก็โปรโมเตอร์เสียงทัพชาสุวรรณโปรโมเตอร์สิงห์มาวินร่วมกับประมาณ5นาที
ก่อน5นาทีไม่ใช่4นาทีใช่ก่อน5
จัดรายการขึ้นมาที่แล้วทุกคนมีก็แล้วแต่ทีวีหลักอยู่แล้วครับผมเยอะกว่าชกมวยด้วยชกมวยที่เจ็บตัวแต่เราทุกคนยอมทำเพื่อนำเงินรายได้สมทบทุนสร้างนะครับมอบให้กับสายงานและประโยชน์ต่อไปโดย100,000 บาทนะครับยังไม่ครับเรียนมอบให้กับกองทุนบริการเพื่อการมวยเพราะฉะนั้นนี่ไม่อยากขัดใจว่างานนะครับกรรมการผู้ชี้ขาดคนในคู่นี้เป็นกรรมการชุมพลอินตาเยอะนะครับติดตามเลยนะครับกติกาวันนี้ชก3นาทีครับพัก4นาทีพักน้อยลงนะครับแต่ก่อนเนี่ยพัก7นาทีวันนี้ชก3พัก4นะครับกติกา3ยกครับผมครับผมติดตามและชมได้เลยครับมวยรอบกลางคัน1ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินนัดชิงกันเลยครับ
And now the time is here. Our special bout of the evening. The Rajadamnern tournament final for 300,000 baht between two former gangsters, let's put it that way. It's going to be a very interesting bout. Of course, there's a huge fanfare here. They're very famous on social media right now in Thailand, anyways. Let's head to the fighters' introductions. Fighting in the red corner, MuayThai. MuayThai in the quarterfinals of this tournament, of the Rajadamnern tournament. He won by decision against Bum Jensen. We're here at Rajadamnern Stadium on the 20th of December 2021, of course. And in the semifinals, he won by decision against Seo Dusit on the 7th of February 2022. Now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He goes by the name of M. Paradise. In the quarterfinals, he won by decision against Artyai Petbury. That fight happened on the 27th of December 2021, right here at Rajadamnern Stadium. And in the semifinals, he won by decision against Sawai Jailai. That fight happened on the 7th of February 2022. It's going to be a very interesting matchup. Expect to see some surprises, but not exactly the high Muay Thai IQ that we've seen from fighters such as John Paranchai that we've seen earlier on. MuayThai, the man on your screens there, it's in Paradise. He's going to be the representative for Central Thailand. MuayThai in the red corner. He'll pop up your screens in just a moment. He's going to be representative of Southern Thailand. So what's fair to say? I mean, who has the better gangsters, Central Thailand or Southern Thailand? We'll see that in this match, I presume. And of course, it's a very special match, so special match requires special rules. It's going to be 3 minutes per round. 3 rounds in this fight. And a 4-minute break. Something me and John will probably require too.
Yeah, you talk about it lacking probably that technique that we're used to seeing here at Rajadamnern Stadium, but it will be entertaining nonetheless.
Because don't forget what's on the line, 300,000 baht.
Yeah. And it just goes to show how far the sport is really evolving in Thailand. I mean, you know, a couple years ago you wouldn't see something like this.
Especially in Rajadamnern Stadium.
Yeah.
No way. But thanks to Singhamawynn Promotions for making this fight happen. Shedding light on some of the other situations outside of Muay Thai.
Of course, the promoter of the show as well, SKS Empire, for all your Muay Thai equipment needs. Check out sksboxingshop.com.
Forgot to mention that there was no weigh-ins for this fight. Perhaps not a big surprise.
Something that's often agreed upon between both camps as well, though.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not quite sure where they're training. Can't imagine all of them are training Singhamawynn gym. And wow.
Good show of support, though, for both.
Absolutely. As I said, I don't think there's been as many tattoos at Rajadamnern as we see here today. And most of them on both MuayThai and in Paradise. Slow start, though, for both fighters.
Yeah.
Showing their willingness not to make a mistake. Try to go for that big right hand now, MuayThai. Doesn't seem to phase in Paradise, though.
Yeah, just playing it safe, hanging back.
What does
Very
that
defensive so far.
What does that do to your nerves? I mean, it's either 300,000 baht or not even close to that. Surely that's going through the minds of the fighters as the match progresses. Good kick there from M Paradise. Not something MuayThai would have expected, I would say.
Looking very poised and composed so far in Paradise. Using the push kicks well. Just timing it just as MuayThai comes in, but good sweep, good takedown there from MuayThai.
Yeah, you see what happened there. In Paradise got a little bit confident, a little bit overconfident, so to speak, with some of the attacks he was releasing. And MuayThai just took advantage of that and sweeps him on the floor. Fair to say he put it back to normal again, and a sweep in return for M Paradise. Well done to him. And his corner absolutely loved that, and his fan club, so to speak.
Yeah, looking like the more technical savvy fighter so far. Halfway to go here in our opening rounds. Again, this one's scheduled for 3.
So 3 rounds, 3 minutes, and 4-minute break in between. And there you go. MuayThai coming back with some attacks of his own. And Paradise just smiles them off, saying it did not hurt him whatsoever. But then once again, once people smile, you know, kind of means that they did.
Oh, good setup there from the blue corner. That time using that jab, stick it in the face and following up with a high kick.
A solid kick there from M Paradise and another good return. Another beautiful kick there from M Paradise, looking very slick.
Yeah, as the fight goes on, he's showing a lot more. Good solid skill set.
Seems to be getting more and more confident with every shot that he lands. Of course, still a long time to go and still a lot of work for both fighters to do.
Good switch kick that time. Able to sneak the kick under the guard there. MuayThai.
Beautifully connected. And that's the end of the first round, and now we've got a 5-minute break. I thought it was a 4. Excuse me. Well, I'm not the one to speak, but I'm not sure if they really needed that long.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, having a long break like that could be detrimental to the fighters because it kind of takes them out of their game, you know, especially for somebody like M Paradise in the blue corner. He was doing exceptional in that first round. To be able to lose, you know, to go back into the corner for 5 minutes, lose that steam, have to come back in, regroup.
But don't think I'll do it next year. Of course, I love this guy.
So some of the highlights from that opening round. Good start from M Paradise.
Yeah, some beautiful kicks there thrown from M Paradise in that round. I thought he connected very well.
Yeah, very effective with the counter shots.
And absolutely confident and composed with that. Don't think he needed the 5 minutes. Here we go, start of the second round of our special fight of the evening, our last bout. Beautiful kicks once again from M Paradise, but now MuayThai making him work. Another kick connected there from M Paradise, and a beautiful sweep as well.
Yeah, he's just always making sure he's the last one to attack. Even when MuayThai does engage, M Paradise is attacking. He's using those cut kicks.
Gotta say though, MuayThai has got to do a lot more because he's getting swept. He's getting swept. He's getting kicked. Wonder what his corner told him. 5 minutes to think about it.
5 minutes to think about it, and that 300,000 as well to think about.
Oh wow.
It just doesn't seem like M Paradise is not been in any position that is really threatening him so far. Good knees though starting to come in from MuayThai.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, just straight down the middle, and that's exactly what the judges want to see.
He's got to do a lot more of that though. Can't hang back like this.
No, there's no way, because what his opponent's going to do, he's going to capitalize on it. But didn't give him a chance there. Grabbing onto the ropes now, M Paradise. Not something the referee want to see. Maybe MuayThai is just going to try to tire M Paradise out. Nice block there from the fighter in the red corner as he continuously moves forward. Nice kick once again from M Paradise.
Yeah, but that right hand from MuayThai might have flustered him.
That's exactly what MuayThai needs to do, if you ask me. He needs to keep on walking forward. Try to break M Paradise rhythm.
Oh, and the right hand just scoring a flash knockdown there. No 8 count.
And very slow to get up there, M Paradise.
Yeah. That's going to give MuayThai some confidence though. Oh, solid body kick that time from him.
Yeah, it's fair to say MuayThai is not blocking any of those kicks whatsoever, and that's not going to do well for him on the judges' scorecard. Another beautiful knee down the middle there from MuayThai, and it's M Paradise returning with some knees of his own. The fans really coming alive here at Rajadamnern Stadium for this bout here.
Yeah, MuayThai's corner really getting behind him at this point. 30 seconds to go in the second round. M starting to hang back, the mouth open. You got to wonder if he's starting to feel it.
Fair to say, after seeing that combination, M Paradise has slowed down quite a bit. Breathing very heavily. Luckily, he's only got 15 seconds left for this round. But MuayThai not exactly taking advantage of the situation presented to him. What a punch there from the fighter in the red corner, and a nice kick. And the mouth guard has gone, and as we told, that can do some huge damage for him on the judges' scorecard anyways. Now that I've scored it. First round for M Paradise and second round for MuayThai. How about you, John? How have you seen it?
Yeah, definitely a solid comeback in that second round for the red corner. And he is fired up. You can see the difference in body language. M Paradise slumped down in his chair. Not looking as confident right now as we saw in that first round.
And here we go, coming into the third and final round of our special bout of the evening, our final bout of the evening. Of course, MuayThai in the red corner and M Paradise in the blue corner. The way we've scored it so far is that I've given MuayThai the second round, I've given M Paradise the first round. Some beautiful combinations there put together by M Paradise. So of course, just had confirmation that they've both definitely been in prison. They both come out, both trying to make a better life for themselves, and why not here in the Muay Thai Stadium?
And between rounds, it was just complete chaos. In the corner of MuayThai, they kept telling him just one more round, that's all you got to do. Because he just seemed to come out of that second round a bit ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, still anyone's match in my opinion, the way I've scored the fight so far. Of course, that's unofficial. And both fighters seem to be done already, but who's made the mistake? That's the question. Nice body shots there from the fighter in the blue corner, excuse me, but MuayThai coming in with a beautiful roundhouse kick to the body. Another beautiful roundhouse kick to the body and some beautiful lefts and rights and an uppercut. They're thrown from M Paradise, and M Paradise following up with a knee.
Yeah, really trying to make a statement in this final round, but good work inside the clinch there from MuayThai.
Oh, and M Paradise looked like he was in a lot of trouble there.
Looking at him, he's saying he might be hurt.
Doesn't seem like he wants this no more. Glad that he's giving it a go.
Yeah, it looks like M Paradise has conceded defeat. MuayThai, early celebration from him.
Very early celebrations, and let's just remind you that these guys are not professional fighters. You know, if you don't believe me and how hard this could be, step into the ring yourself. Yeah. Straight up.
Especially at a prestigious stadium like this. It's not like you're doing it at a local gym. I mean, the nerves just walking into the stadium and knowing you're going to compete here.
And of course, having people
300,000 on the line.
And all over Thailand, people are watching you. Your heart's pumping before you even step into the ring.
So now we're going to see if, you know, what exactly is going to happen here, because it's a 3-round fight. You got to give that first round to M. MuayThai probably took the second. So, you know, who had the more dominant round?
I got to give it to MuayThai. If you're going to ask me,
yeah,
the man from the south.
Had that statement knee over there against the ropes that kind of forced them to concede.
Well, that basically deflated M Paradise right there.
So final seconds now, dwindling down. And I'm sure we're going to see a celebration from the red corner in just a few moments.
They're loving the sportsmanship coming from MuayThai. And all 3 seconds now. And that's the end of the bout. Got to give it to MuayThai. Brilliant performance there.
Yeah, showed a lot of heart. Showed that he really, really wanted to win this fight. But we'll have to go to the official decision first. Good show of respect from M there, raising the hand of his opponent.
And of course, we have the official decision coming right up.
ก็จบไปแล้วนะครับคู่ชิงชนะเลิศบอลรอบรองทั้ง1ไฟล์ของสิงห์มาวินนะครับเซตสองทักษิณและทุกท่านดูยิ้มปาจะทีถึงหูแล้วครับน้องนัทก็ยิ้มนะยิ้มมีความสุขแล้วก็สามารถแสดงเป็นน้องคู่ครับเป็นน้องคู่แต่วันนี้บทบาทบางมัดได้มาถอดมงคลให้กับเอวันอะไรแค่นั้นเองครับผมครับคุณผู้ชมแล้วก็แต่ผู้เกียรติทุกท่านนะครับคะแนนออกมาเอกฉันท์3 เสียงนะครับ29 ต่อ 28 นะครับจากกรรมการสุวิทย์การเมธิต ทองใจเอกจำลองมณีกุลและชัยยุทธ
Congratulations to MuayThai winning the tournament, winning this fight. 300,000 baht in his pockets here tonight. Congratulations to MuayThai.
และมิสเตอร์โรแบนเดอร์เวลครับกรรมการผู้จัดการบริษัท SKS จำกัดนะครับขึ้นมามอบเข็มขัดแล้วก็เงินรางวัล 300,000 บาทครับจะที่สองครับดูชูระเบิดด้วยนะครับนี่ครับเข็มขัดนี้เท่ระเบิดเลยนะครับและเป็นยูทูบเบอร์ไทยแลนด์ครับ
กระทั่ง1ซีซั่นแรกนะซีซั่น1นะก็ตกไปอยู่ของชาวใต้นะก็เป็นตัวแทนก็คือที่อยู่ใต้ได้รับไปครับ
แล้วก็เงินรางวัลอีก 300,000 บาทครับสำหรับผู้ชนะในรอบการแข่งขัน1 ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินและก็ 100,000 บาทนะครับจะมอบให้กับกองทุนสวัสดิการเพื่อแฟนมวยครับในวันที่ 20 มิถุนายนนี้นะครับแล้วก็จะมีนักชกในรอบการแข่งขัน1 ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินขึ้นร่วมแข่งขันด้วย2 คู่ด้วยกันนะครับก็ยินดีกับผู้ชนะเป็นกำลังใจผู้แพ้นะครับเอฟครับมาถ่ายรูปกับMuayThaiนิดนึงครับเรียนเชิญครับบักบัดเรียนเชิญตรงนี้ครับพี่ใหญ่ของเราครับเรียนเชิญครับขึ้นมาถ่ายภาพเป็นที่เรื่อยๆครับก็ตอนนี้1ชัยวัฒน์กับเบสเชียงใหม่เบสชาโอนี่รอไปทุกวันเนี่ยครับขอบคุณทุกท่านมากนะครับเรื่องของเกมเรื่องของผลแพ้ชนะนะครับมันก็เป็นเรื่องของกีฬาเหมือนอื่นใดนะครับนั่นก็คือเรื่องของสปิริตและที่สำคัญนะครับทุกคนก็มีจิตอันเป็นกุศลนะครับมีจิตอันเป็นกุศลที่จะได้มอบเงินส่วนหนึ่งให้กับสาธารณประโยชน์
ครับใช่ครับครูต้องบอกกันว่าอยู่บนสนามนั่นคือคู่แข่งครับหลังจากแข่งขันกันเสร็จแล้วก็ความเป็นพี่เป็นน้องเป็นเพื่อนเป็นมิตรสหายก็ยังคงเต็มร้อยอยู่เหมือนเดิมนะ
และยังมีคู่ดูเดือดด้วยนะครับคู่ดูเดือดประจำทัวร์นาเมนต์นะครับที่จะมอบเงิน 30,000 บาทนะครับเป็นคู่ของเอ็มอะไรกับสวายใจร้ายครับเชิญครับวันนี้ก็ได้แก่พี่สวายใจร้ายครับสวายใจร้ายมีโปรแกรมจะขึ้นชกกับคุณเจมส์ด้วยนะครับผม
ครับผมใช่ครับนะจะเป็นคู่ต้องบอกว่าบาดหัวตัวเท่าแล้วก็เป็นคู่ที่แบบดูเดือดกับดูเดือดมาเจอกันเขาบอกว่าพี่จำได้พวกเจมส์ต่อยกับMuayThaiไปวันนั้นดูเดือดไหมฮะ
ดูเดือด
โอ้โหพี่สมัยกับเอ็มอะไรดูเดือดไหมฮะ
ดูเดือด
จับดูเดือดกับดูเดือดมาประกบกันในวันที่ 20 มิถุนายนนี้แล้วผลจะออกเป็นยังไง
ใช่ครับและอีกคู่นึงก็คือแอลวอลจะเจอกับเสือดุสิตด้วยนะครับ
นี่นะมีสวายขึ้นไปแล้วนะรับรางวัลมวยดูเดือดในรายการนี้ไปนะครับการละครั้ง1 ไฟท์ในซีซั่น1นะผมเชิญเสียน้องสิงห์มาวินนะครับมอบเงินรางวัลให้กับพี่สวายใจร้าย 30,000 บาทครับผม
เสียโดนสิงห์มาวินนะครับน้องชายแท้ๆของเสียหนุ่มสิงห์มาวินนะครับก็มอบเงิน 30,000 บาทให้กับทางด้านของผู้ดูเดือดนะครับก็ยินดีกับผู้ชนะเป็นกำลังใจผู้แพ้นะครับเสียหนึ่งครับขออนุญาตเรียนถามหน่อยครับปิดท้ายตรงนี้เลยนะครับวันนี้เป็นการสิ้นสุดมวยรอบการทั้ง1 ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินนะครับรายการนี้ได้รับความสนใจมากนะครับทั้งแฟนมวยแล้วก็บรรดาพี่น้องที่ติดตามเพราะว่าเป็นแฟนกันเป็นFCของนักชกในรอบการทั้ง1 ไฟท์บายสิงห์มาวินครับยืนยันว่าจะมีซีซั่นต่อไปนะครับ
ก็จริงๆผมต้องขอบคุณพงษ์นะเพราะว่าเป็นคนที่ผมคิดแต่ว่าถ้าผมไม่มีพงษ์ผมก็ไม่สามารถจะจัดรายการนี้ได้จริงๆตอนนี้โค้ชต้องบอกว่าวันนี้เขา เขาไปขั้นหนึ่งแล้วเขาเป็นยูทูบเบอร์เต็มตัวระดับประเทศนะตอนนี้ก็ยังไงผมบอกเลยว่าซีซั่น2มีแน่นอนครับผมบอกเลยว่ารอเวลานิดนึงเดี๋ยวจะจัดให้ไม่สนุกไม่แพ้ซีซั่นแรกแน่นอนครับแต่ขอวางแผนกันนิดนึงเรื่องระยะเวลาอะไรเงี้ย
คือทั้งหมดทั้งมวลนะครับในการจัดมวยรอบเนี่ยคือไม่ต้องพูดถึงว่าเรื่องรายได้ขาดทุนอยู่แล้วแต่ว่าสิ่งที่สำคัญที่สุดคืออยากสร้างโอกาสอยากสร้างกิจกรรมอยากสร้างสีสันให้กับวงการมวยตรงนี้ถูกต้องแล้ว
ครับใช่ครับเพราะจริงๆคอนเทนต์แบบนี้มันเกิดมาไม่ได้เลยคือไม่มีใครคิดว่าจะมีได้แล้วอย่างเนี่ยผมอยากให้โอกาสคนที่เขาเคยทำผิดพลาดมาด้วยอะไรเงี้ยผมคิดว่าณปัจจุบันเนี้ยคนยอมรับคนที่เคยทำผิดพลาดนี้มาได้มากขึ้นแล้วผมว่าจากการที่มีแฟนคลับเข้ามาดูอะไรเงี้ยเมื่อก่อนเนี่ยผมว่าคิดว่าอาจจะไม่ขนาดนี้อะไรเงี้ยแต่นี่ทุกคนมากขึ้นนะครับ
ทุกคนก็เปิดโอกาสให้นะครับโค้ชครับตอนนี้รายชื่อซีซั่น2เป็นไงบ้าง
ต้องบอกก่อนว่าขออุบไว้ก่อนแต่ที่แน่ๆต้องบอกกันว่า
มีคนอยากชกไหม
เยอะครับ
เยอะ
He did this one when when that when he got
ต้องมาสนิททีฮะ
really
เพราะฉะนั้นในเรื่องของคุณภาพในซีซั่น2
I was like
บอก
no
ว่าหนักกว่านี้แน่นอน
จะบอกว่าซีซั่นแรกทุกคนให้การตอบรับนี้ก็บอกว่าเราถือว่าเป็นประสบการณ์ซีซั่น2ผมคุยกับพี่หนึ่งนะว่าจะเอาทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่เป็นข้อผิดพลาดในครั้งนี้ไปปรับปรุงให้ได้มาตรฐานขึ้นสูงกว่านี้แน่นอน
ยกระดับขึ้นมาอีกครับผมทำนะครับยอดเยี่ยมมากๆนะครับครับถึงได้ครับตรงนี้หน่อยฮะยืนพูดกับเซียนหน่อย